Okay, so let's see if the music ends up crapping out again like it did last time. Alright. Our band of adventurers had recently arrived at the town of McGinn, with their main objective being to decide where best to go to help Aki with his search for the various druid tribes. During your time in McGinn, you did some shopping, you exchanged some trade, and you stumbled across a member from a group of bounty hunters. Information was exchanged between you in regards to recent events, and based on information that you had gotten from Toe, you knew that your overall goal was a Morag, with the question more being, which route from McGinn do you take to get there? During this day, Havelock spoke with this bounty hunter, getting a little bit of coin in exchange for information about an individual that seems to be known to both this bounty hunter and Havelock. Havelock then suggested injuring or even killing the individual, much to the party's, shall we say, dislike. And so instead, deciding to simply scare the bounty hunter out of town, you all decided to rest for the remainder of the night. And that is where we left off. So, I guess I'll have to call you adventurers for now. What is that you wish to do?
So it's the morning, right?
Yes, it's the morning, the day, after the previous day.
Alright. Then I'll go ahead and head down to, the little inn area. Is anyone else down there yet?
Me, and I'm already nursing back at least 2 drinks.
Okay.
I'm not down there. I'm not down there yet. I'm getting ready in my room.
Alright. If that's the case, if it's just Havelock, then Mev will go and sit beside him. And what is he drinking right now?
Whatever is strongest.
Mev's just gonna gingerly take that from you and stare at you for a second.
You know it's rude to take someone's drink in the morning, right?
You know you really messed up last night, right?
Yeah, I know I messed up last night.
You know that they will be gunning for you.
They ain't the first, they won't be the last. I'm gonna just try and take the drink back.
Mev moves it away, just holding it up. Havelock?
Yeah?
If we want to continue here, we need to make friends. This is not how we make friends.
Quite frankly, I thought you were doing good enough for the both of us there. It's a bump in the road. No wagon wheels have been broken. It'll pass.
And what if it doesn't? What if they kick you out?
Then I find another ship. Find another port.
So, you would just leave?
It's not my first choice.
Well, if it isn't your first choice, maybe you should do something about it.
What exactly should I do? You already got one of these people thinking I'm a murderer. And I have
Me?
a plan to kill that guy.
What did I do that made, them think that? You were the one that was spouting off hurting someone for fun. I didn't do anything. You put yourself in this situation, and now I am trying to help you.
Mev, I don't know how to get out of this. Look, I was panicked. He knows about me. He knows about Cadwin. Things just weren't going well.
Okay. Well, I know that you don't want to explain the whole situation, and that is fine. But you have to explain something. You have to explain that the information that he had on you was serious. You wouldn't have suggested it otherwise, and when we came up with solutions that you weren't fond of, you fumbled and panicked.
You can really tell that man has never seen how good intimidation does to save your own ass.
Koto?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't really say. It's not like I know these people all that well. But if you're going to be in this group, you have to listen and hear people out. And you have to have justifiable reasons to do what you do. People... This isn't pirate life. There are more firm rules here.
I'll talk it out with them, okay?
Promise?
Promise.
Insight.
Make an insight check.
Ugh. Fucking Mev.
Difficult to read. Sleep's not fully out of your eyes yet.
Mev is going to drink his drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
You're not going to give the explanation drunk. It hurts your credibility.
I'm just gonna take out the flask that I had gotten and ask for it to be filled.
Alright, the orc just takes it off you and goes to fill it with some ale.
Don't worry. I'll be here. If you say anything stupid, I will clean it up.
That's why you're my eyes, you're my ears. I'm just gonna hug her close and give her a little smooch on the forehead.
If that's the case, I think we'll be waiting for other people to come down.
Alright. So.
Actually. I'd like to buy a round of everybody breakfast.
Try and sweeten it up first.
And
okay.
milk and water for everybody too, since none of y'all drink.
Okay. In total, that would be 1 silver, 5 copper, roughly.
Alright. I pay that.
Okay. So. The rest of you eventually come down from your various rooms to find Havelock and Mevelair sitting round a table with an assortment of foods and milk and water and such, ready for eating.
Mo's just gonna give everyone like a bright smile, like, please. Please.
Havelock.
Yeah, and I think fully dressed, and for the first time, like that from like a lot of you have seen, like an angry scowl with like an angry scowl on his face. We'll just look at Havelock and see and go and go. So what is all this? Some sort of emblem of a changing character, is it? You expect it? Are you going to expect that a catered-for breakfast is going to forgive your crimes?
Now, Aki, dear, what crimes did I commit?
You are... Well, I don't know what a god I have to thank, but thankfully none except for conspiracy.
I believe
Under
we
my
should...
breath, I'm just like, I didn't know talking was a crime. Good to know. I'll write that down.
Do I hear her mumbling under her breath?
Him.
Do I hear him mumbling under his breath?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Sorry. I'm nursing a cough at the moment. And then D4.
Yeah,
18.
Even without the D4, you definitely hear him.
Yeah, let's go. I was listening. I hear that and go. You planned to kill an individual for no reason other than your own sick games, and as far as I'm concerned, that is a crime. Look,
Mev immediately just like is grinning at him, the smile getting more thin. Please sit down. Before you jump to conclusions, perhaps you should listen.
Well, perhaps the Varda should explain himself before I indulge in his company.
You're not giving him a chance. Sit down, please. You praise civility, but you are not being civil right now.
He glares at Havelock and looks back to Mev, and his scowl lightens a little bit and goes, "Fine,
Thank you.
And he does take a seat behind one of the tables, one of the breakfasts and drink.
Mm-hmm. Mev is going to look to Koto and Kindling, who have not settled yet. Please. She's much more friendly now.
Look, I don't have anything against anyone here right now. I'm just gonna eat.
That is fine. Thank you. Then Mev will focus on Koto. How's he looking?
Koto!
Maui!
Oh, my mic was muted. So, Koto was already sitting down. He would have been nodding a crease to say, let's see what's to be said here. And right now, he is looking kind of sheepishly downwards a bit, peeling away at his fingernails a little bit, seemingly anxious, as he attempts to speak up at the table. I simply want to know why. And I have some things to say myself that I think you would be interested in hearing.
Mev will look to Havelock. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Go ahead.
To start us off with, Aki. And I point my fork at him, leaning on my elbows on the table.
In case you're wondering, he hasn't touched the food and the drink you've laid down.
He doesn't want to accept it.
Well, no, but he no.
Yeah.
But he's also like because he's kind of like in his mind he's kind of clearly gone like Havelock equals scoundrel, so he doesn't know if like what game Havelock is playing, if he's poisoned the food, what he's done, or if it's like the drink or some other game he's done.
It's because Havelock obviously didn't make tea.
Exactly.
Oh my
Clearly
goodness.
Didn't make tea for the fancy man.
Okay.
Where did you hear information that I intended to murder?
I heard it from Koto, who I believe was in the room while you were scheming.
That he was, and that he is wrong. Listen, I might be a pirate. I might not follow the same types of morals as everyone else does. But I do not murder without reason. And I never intended to murder that man. If you don't have to take someone's life to get the point across, you don't. Despite my better judgments, form of allure, I'm going to inform you of this. That man knows things about her family. That man knows more things about me and my past than I'm comfortable sharing with the rest of you. But he may not be hunting pirates now, but he could in the future. It's better to intimidate him and get him away from us than it is to let things get worse farther down the line. Now, all I did last night was give him something. A little drunk, a little fun flirting between friends there. I got a little bit of money, I gave him a little bit of information. In fact, I plan on meeting up with him again if we go further south. Other than that, no harm has been done. I don't quite understand all the rules and regulations you may have in place here. Aki, especially you. Koto, especially you. This is not a life that I'm used to. I'm willing to work with you, and I am willing to learn, but I need the same to be done for me.
Tell you what, Anna.
Yeah.
Because of all of that, roll a persuasion check.
I'm sorry, Tom, you are no longer the DM. It has taken over your place.
No, because this is like specifically to see if Aki believes you.
I know, you said persuasion.
Yeah. Because I can kind of see, because I'm in two minds.
That's
Okay.
later than DM. Oh, does that mean campaign 3 won't be me DMing?
Fucking,
Yeah, player Tom.
I do have like the D&D Essentials pack, whatever they call it, under my bed. Let's go. Let's go. I must say it is perhaps unusual for the one accused to claim that he did not murder, and to say that I was misinformed by someone by a man who has done nothing wrong to me. I find that very strange, and in fact, a sign of deflection. Do you have any actual proof you did not want to? You only wanted this man scared and not murdered?
I was there too. I was also witness. Koto was panicked and exaggerating, but I was also there. Havelock explained that he was just going to essentially beat up and intimidate him, which I didn't approve of. but I understood. Do you believe me, or do you think I'm a liar too?
I believe you are sticking up for your friend, but I don't believe you are a bad person. Or at least not as bad as Havelock.
May I ask you one question, Havelock?
Go right ahead.
And he kind of leans in a bit interested. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I was curious. Why does this bounty hunter, why is there a bounty on you? I will not judge for what it is, just curious.
As far as I know, there's no bounty on my head. But unfortunately, I look close enough to the man that does have a bounty on their head, where it makes my neck nervous.
And he's going to lean back a bit and begins to unhinge something from his side.
While he's doing this, I'm going to reach over to Aki's plate and steal a piece of toast from it, since he's not eating.
And now seeing that Havelock is eating from his plate, he will start eating.
Smart.
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. A poisoner when not eating his own poison. There you go.
That's putting a lot of faith in Havelock there that we do not yet have.
What if he's immune to the poison?
What if he's just a masochist as well as a sadist?
Guys,
You don't know.
Dom's trying to talk. Go ahead, Dom.
Marine is just going to look over to Havelock and give a semi-knowing nod. Tom, would it be okay for Havelock to roll insight on Marine for this?
Go ahead and roll insight, Havelock. Hey.
Oh, now you can understand something, Havelock.
Yep. Yeah, Havelock can understand that it seems that Marine has a slight understanding of what's going on and may in fact have something himself that's not fully being revealed.
It's that fucking pact of the Warlock we got going on.
Warlock Bros. Woo!
So, I just want to say, Havelock, that this is not only a moral problem to me. And he's gonna place like a little horn on the table. As he kind of balls up in a fist with it. I want to avoid getting on the wrong side of any trouble. Because I want it. There are a group of people that want me. And I've been told to avoid getting into any sort of trouble out in these parts, lest someone find out. That is why I grow a bit anxious with your actions. And I would prefer if maybe we would avoid instead of interacting. But that is why I had my reaction. I do not want to get involved.
Quite fair enough. Although I do want to give you a little word of advice, a little warning for the way the world can work in these types of places. If you keep turning your back and running at the first sign of danger, eventually what's chasing you will get stronger and stronger, and it will take you down first. You can be a pacifist. That is perfectly fine. But you have to understand that sometimes you will need to fight things and you will have to be confrontational. It's just better if you got people to back you up with it. That's why I asked you to come heal that man. I wanted him to survive the encounter. That's why I only wanted to rough him up a little bit. I didn't want him dead. That'd be against the rules of this lovely establishment we're in. And I do want to say thank you as well for that healing earlier. And I'm just gonna take my shirt aside a little bit to show where I gotten stabbed beforehand. I tailed the man. Invisible. Didn't break concentration, thank you very much. It hurt. But he got me in the shoulder and I was bleeding. He chased me out here. If he saw that, and I did go back to the room with him, that could have been a horrible fight. I'm not an idiot. I know I can't fight someone wearing that much armor alone.
Odo like laughs under his breath. I mean, if this hadn't happened, that would happen, and you told me about it. Maybe I could make sure that you're even better. Help close up the wound even. But I understand.
Yeah, better to just make it look like it's an old wound rather than tell him or tell you when he's right next to you, you know?
But it would definitely be easier
Mm-hmm.
if you did run into trouble. You let us know. Because I understand your situation. It's a mix-up. There are people. You're working with faces in cover. It makes me anxious, but we here have our quarry. I want to finish it. If we can kind of work together. If you have a problem, come to us. If we have a problem, maybe we come to you.
Just so long as we're all willing to try and see the other side and learn a little bit along the way, I'll do it.
Right. I'll accept that. You may be a bit more aggressive than I would like, but this is part of the experience, I guess. I do need to learn something, like you said. That's why I'm on this trip. It kind of gives a smile.
And quite frankly, I think Aki needs the piss scared out of him once in a while.
Kodo just nudges Aki, gives him a little smile.
Aki's eat. Well, yeah, Aki's just quietly tucking into his breakfast and just gives you a glare of just, I'm not in the fucking mood, thank you. Basically.
Aww. Did someone sleep on the wrong side of the bed?
Yeah. Mainly because...
Lock.
Oh, wait, was that in character or...
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go like... Yeah, and so he sort of finishes his mouthful and just goes... Well, it seems you and I have cut from two very different kinds of cloth, but from your point of view, I can see why you did what you did, and I suppose from people from your from your strata were simply scaring off someone they wished disposed of was a more sympathetic choice, so I apologize for my earlier prejudice. But if you have any training in the laws of common decency, you can always ask.
Mev just like, man, you were glaring for it. Mev instantly glares at you. She immediately like points at him. No. You are not going to lecture someone on common decency when you can't act like that yourself. How dare you? I understand that you had a problem with him, but really? You're going to try and be superior?
Mev, it's fine. If we get him on a ship, we could teach him some common decency.
Next time, practice what you preach.
I actually had a second favor to ask you guys. Besides, hear me out, you know?
Oh no. And then just looks to Havelock like she's annoyed, but she sits back down like properly.
You guys wanna go shopping with me after breakfast?
What do you wish to go buy?
You know, usual traveling things, some charcoal, some incense, herbs. Aki, I feel you'd be really good at helping with the incense.
Why
Why
didn't
not?
you get those earlier?
Because I was flirting with danger.
Mev just takes a bite of her, like, whatever the fuck this stale bread is.
Hardtack.
Oh god,
it's
no, not the
somewhat
hardtack.
Yeah. She just
Danger.
shakes her head.
Danger is a cruel mistress, I hear.
Oh, the cruelest,
Oh.
yet the sweetest lover of all.
Well,
I always thought the sea was
Koto
more
just
cruel.
furrows his brow. What?
sorry, I'm eating pretzels. If that is the case, after we go shopping, do we have anything else to do here, or should we plan out our route?
Oh, wait. Who here has the map?
Who does have the map?
Probably
Me.
Aki. Oh, no, never mind.
I took it last session.
Yeah, you stole from me. That's right.
Yoink.
Mev,
Yep.
give me the map.
Mev will
I
split
go
out
to
on the
I go
table.
I go to look in my bag as she pulls out the map.
Yeah. What is it?
Alright. So, you remember how I was telling you guys that I tailed that guy yesterday?
Indeed, you
Mhm.
did say
Yes.
that.
So I successfully got into his room. Kindling, I figured out what the fuck he was looking at yesterday. And I'ma just excitedly in a rush go over all the information, take out a... Do you still have the pen and stuff, Mev?
No. That's back in Aki's bag.
Aki, let me see a pen. Paper, quill. Writing
And
utensil.
and he'll he'll just look at you, give you a sigh, and just open his bag and fill everything out.
Yeah, so you got a
So I
bit of
circ-
parchment, some ink, and an inkwell. An inkwell and a quill.
So I quickly try and copy down our map and the circle that I circle of information that I got from him yesterday
Mhm.
when I was sneaking in, and I'm just excitedly sharing all this information with the party because it's a party.
Yeah. So you very hurriedly talk about the various bits of information that were given about the about how there is asking for mercenary help in Kahitsan and mentioning about the missing ship known as the Argus. And I think Was that the only major bits that you were going about?
So Havelock had the information about the smuggler thing.
Yeah, the smuggler as well. I
already know that.
Yeah.
Yep, the Navy ship. The thing about Embar.
Well, the bit about Embar was the fact that Mallory is heading to Embar.
Mm-hmm. But just like giving them that information too, and the spot on the map that was circled out. That's what I was drawing on the secondary sheet of paper.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, that's what I learned yesterday. Anything that interests you guys?
Miv just looks at it all. I mean, would we benefit from any of this?
We could always benefit from money.
That's true. What do you all think?
Koto does perk up a little bit when he hears money, but then he keeps his silence though.
I suppose we are low on funds, but you acquired all this information from your cutthroat quarry from the other night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should recheck that area where where they gained this information. My apologies.
Did it say where the group found this information?
It was found at the bounty board. Well, the information that Mallory had, he had gotten from a bounty board.
So there's really no point in doing that.
We could always go back and see if the smuggler's case is up on there again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so of concrete work and tasks we have to find a boat that could be anywhere, find an individual of which nothing is known, and assist a town on the other side of the continent.
Actually, when we're out shopping today, you guys, why don't we head over to the local guard post? Unfortunately, we're lacking information on the smuggler, what he looks like, he or she looks like. Maybe we can find some more information?
You want to go talk to guards? Like, just blatantly?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If we can get information and we can get that 300 alive bounty, it'll be worth it. We have some faces here that we can use. They can go in there. I could be invisible. You're cute enough, we'll just put you in a dress.
Mev frowns at him. How about you go shopping and I go to the guard post, okay?
Sounds fair.
Anyone else want to go with me?
I do not really need to get anything from shopping, so I guess I will join. We'll figure out what we can find out. Anyone else?
I'll be shopping.
Okay.
Indeed, I'd rather. In fact, I think I will go to the guard post with you. I may have to stop some on the way back, but I will come with you there.
Going to get your kettle?
Well, yes, that, and also, there was a bookshop that piqued my interest.
Oh. Where's that bookshop that you saw? I might go there too.
If you are going shopping, perhaps I will go to that bookshop as well.
Then we all meet up at the bookshop, okay?
Okay, from memory, we're looking for a place called the Journey's Passage. Which I'm guessing... I don't know what McGinn looks like, so I guess I tell them what part of the town the shop is.
You know roughly where it is.
There you go, okay.
The thing that you were told mostly is that to look for a building that has a lot of, like, storm shutters covering them.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess... Team guard post, team shopping, roll to see who we focus on first.
Okay. Which one of our group wants to roll?
Ed, do it.
Okay.
I will take off my armband. Just tuck that in my pocket.
Okay.
We're now in a decent sized city, so.
Oh.
Wow.
Shopping it is.
Yay!
Yeehaw.
So, team shopping, what are you looking for?
I am looking to get 20 gold piece worth of charcoal, incense, herbs, and a brass brazier.
That is so much.
Yeah, so the brazier you're
I'm
pointed
ready.
towards the, what's it called, the Griffin's Arsenal. For everything else, you're pointed towards Hale and Hearty, the potion shop.
Cool. I'm on that. I'm buying that.
Okay. So, for both of them, so you get 20 gold worth of incense, yeah? Or was it charcoal, you said?
It's for the Find Familiar spell, so
That's
I'm just sort
10
of...
gold, I believe, of incense.
Yep, but I wanted to be able to get enough to cast it twice.
Okay, yep, so for that. So go ahead and mark off 20 gold.
Yep.
And then a brazen, like a fire brazen, or...
For the spell, it just specifies brass.
Ah, okay. You can get one of those for about 2 silver.
Okay. And then I just need general charcoal and herbs.
That's for the spell, yeah?
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned before, like with those typical rules, if it doesn't have a monetary value, it's nothing to worry about. It's only the ones that have monetary value that you worry about. Because getting charcoal and herbs is...
It's easy enough. It was
Yeah.
just specifically I wanted 20 gold worth of the incense, and then I just needed to specify the brass to get that.
Yeah, so you have yourself a nice little brazen that you can use for other things, and you have 20 gold worth of incense.
I apologize, I didn't mean to hit that. But
Oh
if we
my
end up getting
lord.
there, like, roughly an hour ahead of the rest of the party, I'd like to start working on that.
I would say probably. I mean, it's a very quick, like, in-out kind of deal. Okay, we'll say for the sake of it that you start casting it, and that will be it for Havelock. What about everyone else who's in team shopping?
Right before Havelock starts casting it, I'm just gonna be asking him, "Hey, give me your head."
Excuse
Have a
me,
look.
you know we are in public, my good friend.
The wolf head. I gave it to you. I back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the puppet. Here you go. I'm gonna just toss it back to him. You know, you need
Oh
to be
my
more
god.
specific. People are gonna
I
take
was
that the wrong way.
I was as specific as I could. A head.
Listen, you're a handsome man, but I don't deal with cats.
Racist.
In that amount of time, I'm just gonna be trying to, like, pull teeth and, like, pretty much just strip what's left of the head to just bone.
Okay, alright. So you spend a decent chunk of time with this. As you're sort of doing that, you know, in the middle of the street, like, you see some people that just walk by and just, like, give a double take. Like, what is... No, there's just this one pirate guy just, like, with a brazen, so, like, pointing stuff in, so, like, chanting in magic. Some of the guards do, like, approach you, and so, like, they don't stop the spell, but they sort of, like, delay it by a few minutes, so you explain that you're just, you know, doing a bit of magic and sort of, like, you know, show that it's relatively, for you, harmless.
Do you mind? I'm trying to bring back my dead pet rat.
Right, you know that the necromancer, and he just gets an elbow. It's like, I don't know this rat, mate. What's it gonna do? Yes, that's like I'm dead, you know? Very well, however, if we get any disturbances around here, then you will be our first suspect. And he just walks off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
What is the laws about casting magic within the city?
If it is harmless magic, then it is typically fine. Why?
It's been a good day to you.
Just walks off. It's just the one that sort of like stopped the guy, so I'll give a sort of apologetic look before he walks off.
I'm a fake cry at that.
I had no idea you had a pet rat.
I don't have a pet rat. But that man is an asshole, and you lie to assholes.
Huh. I suppose that makes sense.
Okay. So, if that is the case, Team Guardhouse. I assume you all head towards the barracks on this more than anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the way, I want to Aki, I have a question. You mentioned a place with a lot of bookcases, right? Are books like the normal thing here? Because I'm used to scrolls sometimes. Like this notebook I have, this is the first thing I've seen of it. Are books like common?
Ed, you muted.
Hello. What did you say, sorry? What did Kote say, sorry?
I was asking if books are normal here. You mentioned a place with a lot of bookcases. Is that like the normal thing?
Yes. There's in every sort of major town or city there will be a bookshop or some other sort of place that sells books. It's a sort of a repository of knowledge. Tomes on anything you can imagine, from ancient history to arcana to food recipes to erotica. So everything in it.
Porn.
What?
You know, and she makes a like circle finger motion.
I didn't see this. Honestly, I did not kind of see this session turning into Mev and Aki explaining to Koto what porn is. Ask her.
You see, when a man and woman love each other very much, and sometimes have about it.
I don't think.
You have heard of the birds and the bees, haven't you? No.
Unfortunately, we've had to breed animals since I was young. I was forced to watch the hippos do it. Often it was not good. It was not good.
Hippos?
That is what we called them, yes.
You lived with hippos?
Yes. They were our animals we rode.
You're right, Tom.
Always the one.
Oh my god. How unusual. I've never seen a hippo before.
They are maybe local to my village.
Okay, so does anyone know where this guard comes from again?
There,
Okay,
Tom.
okay.
Well, I assume that we just go to the post that we saw before and see if we can get any more information.
Indeed, and then we can have a private conversation if it must be needed.
Understood. Well, yes, let's get our mission done.
I knew from the beginning I didn't have much control over this session, but holy shit! So you head over to the barracks. There's a handful of guards that are there.
Should we take like an early break just so Tom can recover?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Take a drink.
Let me just
Take a drink. Take a breath. Get out the giggles.
okay. I don't know why
Alright,
that got me
seriously.
so hard. So, you make your way to the barracks. Still as heavily guarded as it was once before. Are you just asking for any old guard?
Pardon me. We are looking for some information on some bounties or work that we saw, and we thought that we could find some here. Is there anyone that could help us?
I mean, most of us been briefed on like the various things that are put up. Some of us put them on the board themselves.
Alright, thank you. Then can we ask, let's see, and Mev just like looks at the little list that she wrote. For one, there is a bounty out currently on a smuggler, but there isn't really any information on them.
Yeah, he's a bit of an elusive bastard. Don't even know if it's a man, a woman, could be a beast, could be a mind flayer for all we know. We don't know much. We just know roughly where he's active.
Alright, could you tell us?
Yeah, it's sort of like pulls out a little bit more of a local map. It sort of stops around the Morag. So like points down. It's like, right, so the most activity we've seen of like smuggling work is around here, and I can just do this around here. But we have had a few times where we've had like things smuggled up the Orpha River, usually alongside the mining barges and such. So whoever the smuggler is has got a little bit of reach here.
Are you sure that this isn't like a gang or something? This sounds kind of like a big thing.
It could be a gang and such, but if it's a gang, then the bounty would be for the mastermind of it all.
Alright, then do you know if there are any prolific gangs in that region? My tongue just broke, I'm sorry.
I mean, we normally deal with, like, the more local sort. You probably get more answers if you have to go to either Port Mar or Sargan.
Alright. She's just scribbling down.
Okay.
And then there is something about the ship called the Argus.
Yeah.
Actually, is that name familiar to me in any part?
Make a... I think when Havelock was asked this question, it was a history check.
It was history.
History. Make a history
Okay.
check.
Is there any way that I could get advantage because I have proficiency in water vehicles? I'm not sure if that can work.
Oh,
I mean,
Well,
Havelock, you've
I
got
would bet
proficiency
that
in
too.
water vehicles, don't you?
Yeah, but I didn't think to ask about it.
it's a famous boat.
It doesn't have to be advantage if I could add my proficiency mod.
I'll see you can add your proficiency modifier to it.
Okay. So let me just see. what that would be.
I mean,
That is...
a +3, I think, at this point.
Okay, so...
I kind of pulled an Ed.
So
and
that would be a
forgot.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Yep.
You've heard of it, at the very least. It was a ship of the 3rd Fleet of the Zamhar Navy. Don't know too much about it, because around the time that you were working on the Nymph's Needle and such, it hadn't been fully built yet. But I'll say that you know that it was part of the 3rd Fleet, and it was one of the bigger ships.
If it wasn't fully built when I was on the Nymph Needle, then this thing was recently finished, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Alright. Yeah, it's been a bit of embarrassment for the 3rd Fleet. One of their biggest warships just up and gone. No sign of it whatsoever. That's why some people, some of us are thinking that's why the Admiral's doing this little tour right now. Maybe hoping to find the August.
Oh, do you know where the Admiral is right now, then? They might have more information.
Last I checked, they were over at Port Mar.
Port Mar.
Yeah, they passed through here about how long ago was it? About 2-3 weeks ago, probably. About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And do you know if there's any more information about who might have stolen it? Did they think it was pirates, or maybe some idiot just let the boat go? Or took it for themselves?
Considering that the various admirals and, captains and such weren't around, it was during its what's called a shakedown, where basically they take it out to sea and they just make sure everything runs fine. Could only think of...
Mev's smiling like she has no idea what they're talking about.
The only thing we're thinking of it has to be pirates, but a damn good one.
And there's no possibility, I don't know, did the crew not return?
That's the thing, it wasn't crewed. It was stolen from its dock.
During a shakedown?
It was a shakedown. It was a shakedown takes a few days. So it done most of it, and it came into dock just for any last minute things, and so the crew couldn't be replaced and such, and then...
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So one of the largest ships in the fleet was stolen from the arsenal and was manned and sailed straight out without anyone noticing.
Yeah, a 3rd ship of the line got stolen under our nose, in the capital.
Alright,
Okay, hold on. So it was stolen from the capital?
Yeah.
Yep, somehow it just disappeared and they managed to get in. I don't know about all that. I think it might have been someone in there, but that's just my theory.
Yeah, that has to be an inside man, I agree.
Then the final one is... And I'm not sure if you would know this one because it's about mercenaries, but someone's requesting help at Kitson.
That's not one of ours.
Alright. I will write that down then, that wasn't official.
Yeah, we only put up those 2 bounties, and there was another information one, but that's not been looked at too much.
Is there a reason for that?
No, it's not so much of a bounty of sorts, just, if you ask around, you might have heard that there's been, an increase in the amount of miners that have been vanishing up the, Orphra mines, but it's a common thing.
Yes. Where are the mines again?
It is within the Orpha Mountain itself, so around here.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, because even though they're not labeled on the map, these are the Orpha Mountains.
So how hazardous are these mines? Is a small amount of disappearances considered normal, or?
Well, I mean, death's pretty common there, but normally we find the bodies either in the tunnels or they wash up near McGinn if they fell in the river.
Maybe something is eating them.
This place sounds terrifying. Oh my god.
Mev is going to quickly take out the map. Would you mind circling where the mine is in particular?
Sure.
Just indicates to it on the map.
Okay, so...
The easiest way to get into, the pass where the mines are is simply to follow the river up from the barge yard. That's the route that
here,
they
right?
take.
Yeah, around there.
Alright. Alright. Thank you very much.
No problem. You take care, all of you. It's a dangerous place out there.
Same to
Yeah.
you.
Mev will, put everything away, start walking, and she'll look to Koto and Aki. So, what do you think of going to the mines?
It was the one that I understood the most, so I think I'm biased. You know, scary.
Does Aki look fearful?
Yes, he does.
Mev
scared by the idea
will
of going
lean in and
into these-
grin.
Into these mines, and he'll go I don't. If we must, if we must, we will help! Okay. Sorry. He goes.
Aki having a crisis.
That was in a monologue clipping out. He just goes, if we must, if we are the only sort who have the tools and the expertise to make sure that these disappearances don't happen, then I suppose it must be done, mustn't it?
I think it would be a good way to establish a what is it called, a reputation.
Indeed, it would at least get our reputation out. Yeah, indeed, it would help our reputation, and besides, it's even if we don't get paid, it's helping the unfortunate and doing a good deed if it prevents deaths. So, as much as it might terrify me, frankly, I would be all for going to the mines.
Oh, look at how brave you are.
Is there some sort of system here for we help and then this reputation it builds? Is that how people look at people who help others here?
Well, yes, it's more like right now it's local reputation if we help the miners. But if we keep doing things and, everything connects to one another, then we start getting more reputation, we start getting more jobs that are, either more challenging or pay a lot more. It's very helpful to get your foot into the door. Reputations are very, very important, especially to pirates.
Indeed, and he seems, and again, he seems quickly a little bit alarmed at are you dropping the P word like that? And he goes, indeed, it's also good to, do your people have a concept of a debt of gratitude?
Yes, of course.
Yes. So by doing a good thing, like helping the mines, then that would be, we would help them, and so it only makes sense that they would help us, given the chance.
It is good to see that what goes around comes around, even in the larger cities.
Quite, even though if it doesn't always.
Okay. 50-50.
Don't worry, this is going to be a good thing. Plus, it's fairly close by. But, it does mess up our route a little.
Well, I mean, I mean, the mountain. I mean, the river makes its way through the mountain. There's no sense. There's no sense in the fact that we couldn't.
You know that people die in those rivers, right?
Yes, it is very scary what he said.
Unfortunately, yes. I do, yes.
I think it is best to go to the mine and then come back to Megan and then go through to the Narc if we'd like to establish things, try and get the most information that we can.
So a gigantic loop all the way around the mountains, yes?
Yes, we could go straight through to Port Ambar, but sometimes smaller local cities will get you more,
Indeed.
I see. Okay.
You should try to extend your reach however you can.
Indeed, I suppose it does tend to be, in the more deprived backwaters, there tend to be more individuals in need of assistance. I agree.
You say a lot of really offensive things.
Give me 1 second. Just slow down. I'm like trying to write this down.
Poor Koto.
I'm like the RPG
And
notes section.
I look at Mevler and go, but how do you mean? I
You called it deprived backwaters.
I didn't know that specifically. I was more making a case that wealth and prosperity tends to be located in the major cities, and from what I can tell from the map, Lonark does not seem to be...
just crosses
metropolis.
your arms like you're not helping your case.
I know, I'm intentionally not helping my case.
You...
Also, at the mention of, because, Mevela, you've been around Karmora a bit, you know that Lonarch is a city, a rather important city.
Yeah, Mev was just saying, you can find things in different spaces, and he's like, yes, the ghetto.
Yeah, because I'll make a history check for you, Mevela.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I gave the law previously, but if not,
Woo!
I'm happy to give it again. Okay. So you know from, because your mother was also, rather respectful of the Republic, of what they've done. And so she has told you about the importance of Lonarch. It was the Siege of Lonarch which had the Republic win the war, the War of Initiation, which was when the Republic formed, and all the fighting over, keeping it city state or turning it into a republic happened. It was due to Lonarch and its mouse walls that that they won. So it's not a small town; it is actually the city that won the war.
If people from the North heard you call it, a depraved backwater, they'd be quite offended. Especially considering that the city itself holds a lot of importance here.
Again, I apologize. I assumed in this part of the world, all the power and money and influence would be on cities and the coast, not so much inland. That's
partially true, but you should always be respectful of other cultures. You saying things backhanded like that doesn't help your case. It actually makes you quite unlikable. Shame.
Indeed, I apologize for any offense I may have doled out. I do have a lot to learn about this place and a lot of preconceptions that need to be shifted.
It's not really offensive to me. It's more so that if you want to make friends around here, you really need to change how you speak to people. Like Havelock this morning.
Look,
I'm listening.
You must know that I've never really mingled with people of your sort, it must be said.
What's my sort?
Well, cutthroats, vagabonds, pirates, masters of the criminal arts, those sort of There's people of that persuasion. So it must be said for someone who was a bit of who's grown up in privileged cloisters. It's a bit it's rather intimidating.
I don't think that's exactly an excuse. Plus,
It's not. It's
you
not.
call us criminals and vagabonds, but what exactly do you know of me?
Well, you said yourself you're a pirate. You're a known member of a pirate criminal gang, and
How do you know that we're criminals? Are all pirates criminals?
I will be honest, Mevler. I am also unaware. I was meaning to ask, what is a pirate? What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
they are people who
Don't speak for me. Thank you. He asked me about my culture. What makes you think that you can speak for me? For me, pirates are people with a different way of life. The sea is their life, their air, their culture. They sail across and discover new places, islands, discover treasures and have adventures that people could never think of. And yes, they don't follow the same rules, but that doesn't make all of them criminals. It's a place that has a lot of meaning to me that I'm very passionate about. We have dances, songs, dialects that you all have never experienced. We are a people. We are not criminals.
Live on the water.
That's right.
Almost sounds like fantasy to me. That is interesting.
Essentially, Bev's saying that, yeah, they can be, sea Romani.
yeah, that's pretty much what you were describing. I guess, well, of course, well, I'm not sure how it exactly excuses the theft and the murder that comes with that life and the marauding of trade routes and the seizing of private property.
You mean like how rich people do on land?
What, by running an honest business, you mean?
Honest? Really? So there's no bad apples. There's no people that, use slave labor, take advantage of the poor,
no, of course
steal from them?
Of course there are. Not everyone is painted with the same brush.
Really, that's what I'm saying. You just proved my point. You're painting us with the same brush. But I can't do that to you? Is that unfair?
I was just looking at you, Kawaki.
And he just goes, you must understand, from where I come from, the only time people mention pirates is to scare young children and reports of lost cargo and lives. So,
Akris, you say that I must understand, but it is you that doesn't understand me. I am trying to point things out to you, and you are saying that I should be accepting of you, when you do not give the same. I will understand, and I accept it. But you need to do the same thing. You need to accept that sometimes you are wrong.
Of course.
A simple apology would suffice.
I do apologize.
Is he being sincere?
Insight check. See, now she rolls good.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You do see genuine remorse in his eyes. I figure out every day that I have only seen a fraction of this world, and I have a lot to learn and relearn, and I will attempt and fully endeavor to leave my preconceptions and any previous notions in the past and stay in the present and keep my eyes and ears open for things I can learn and ways I can change. I don't know how to make it up to you, but I will try. I give you my deepest apologies.
Mev, her mouth curls into a smile and she just nods. Then I accept your apology, and how you can make it up to me is by keeping that promise. Alright?
Alright.
And I apologize for being so hard on you. I just wasn't sure how to make you see my point.
Oh, to be frank, Mevele was needed. It very much was.
Friends then?
Indeed, and he'll stick out a hand.
Yeah, she'll take it.
This is how you people make friends. Oh, Lord. My heart.
Mev,
For a
just
second,
brings Kodo.
For a second, I thought he was going to go, "What's his friend?"
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. This doesn't happen all the time, you know. Just sometimes when people are dense in the head, you have to hit them.
Oh no.
Indeed. Well, not.
Oh,
I should warn you, not physically, because if you do, I would have to learn you about a thing called a concussion, and that's a complicated subject.
I only hope that you hold back on me, please. I cannot take it. I could not.
I don't think I have to be as harsh with you, Koto. I think you're kind of in a similar position that I am in.
Maybe? I'm unsure. My position is confused.
That's kind of how Kinling and Mev became friends.
Fucking pretty much, yeah.
Concussion, you mean aggressive head pats?
Yeah.
We should make our way back to what was it we were going to meet at?
The bookstore.
The bookstore.
The Journey's Passage.
Maybe Aki can show us some really hard books.
Perhaps some kept behind the desk or in a hidden room, perhaps. And he cracked a smile.
All right, we will start heading to the bookstore. Fucking Aki.
Yeah.
I would say in the time for you to speak with that and this little sort of conversation, have luck. You would have finished your Find Familiar spell. So
Yeah.
the hell are you summoning?
An imp!
Oh my. Oh my.
You're not helping your case, Havelock.
What was that? I did not catch that.
You're not helping your case.
Listen.
Fucking imp. Nice.
I'm not. No, I can be trusted. I'm not evil. I won't murder people. He summons a literal mini devil. All right.
Yeah.
They share an alignment. They are both lawful evil.
I know. This is funny.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Considering you summoned the familiar, go ahead and describe it.
Alright. So, my imp generally looks like your standard imp that you would find through D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Except they have a really nice, fancy little black tie around their neck.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
They are business imp. They are here to do business.
So, like, red skin, bat wings, horns, little hooves.
Stinger tail.
Yeah.
I got a picture of it over in the square
And a fancy
box.
tie.
Pull up a little.
In the square box.
Yeah, it's just your regular imp that you see in there, except he has a black tie.
Okay. Okay, and it's tiny as well because imps are tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, so the brazier soul like begins to almost like fill with a dark smoke, and as it calms down a bit, like a little like spiky red skin head so like pokes up, just like looks around, it's like, hello,
Hello.
hi.
Hi. I'm gonna just hold out one hand. Avlock.
God damn it! I knew this was. 1 second. I'll go to my name list.
Tony.
Oh my god.
Tony the imp.
Tom.
My-
No,
There are those who
no,
call me-
Maui, no.
There are those who call me Tim.
Yeah, good stuff.
Name's Doz.
Spell that, please.
D-O-Z.
Dawes.
Hi, Dodds.
Hey.
So you're stuck with me for a while now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why I got this? And just points to the bow tie around his neck.
Yeah. Listen, we have a reputation here. We have to keep up appearances.
Isn't Havelock shirtless?
Outside of the
point?
jacket? I think so. Fine.
I mean, if you prefer, I can try and find you a pair of pants.
So, like, it's just the tail, so, like, comes up. It's like, don't think that'll work.
Got a hole in them. Anyways, you want some ale?
Sure.
Hell yeah, and I'm gonna hand him the flask that I have.
It's like, it's difficult, because he's so tiny. But he,
Helps the boy.
But he eventually, like, drinks a decent chunk of it. Doz, D-O-Z.
Thank you.
So, like, looks around. He sort of, like, ducks his head a few times when people come by. I don't think it's safe for me to be like this, so... Pick a poison, what do you want me as?
Let's see. What can you be?
A rat, raven, or a spider?
Come on, my feathered friend. Perch on the shoulder.
So, like, ducks under. It's a few seconds before, like, It's not like raven's normally black feathered. You can see, like, there's a few, like, tints of red on, like, the underside of the feathers. And the eyes are sort of, like, have got, like, a slight glow to them. And it sort of, like, climbs up and just sort of, like, perches on your shoulder.
I'm gonna scritch under his chin and put things away while we wait for the rest of the group.
Is he gonna fucking throw up?
It's clear he's pretending that he doesn't enjoy it. Of course, in that form, he cannot speak, unfortunately, because he is turned into a raven. Okay, so, after that, eventually Team Guardpost arrive at the Journey's Passage.
Woo!
So, I got too many tabs open on Firefox. I don't need them all, but I need them.
Your large tabs.
Yeah. So the building itself. It's a tall wooden building. Several of the windows have storm shutters that are covering them. Like, most of them are closed. You can see that the sign sort of does show signs of disrepair. It's only dangling on one of the two chains. The other one is, like, completely, like, rusted away. You all go in then? Or are you having some talk before then?
Well, like, Is any of our group outside, or did they already go in?
I assume everyone's waiting outside.
Okay. If that is the case, then Mev's gonna stroll up to everyone. Hello, we are here now. Were you guys waiting long?
We're just waiting on you.
How did the shopping go?
It went great. Look, I bought a bird. His name is Daz.
Mev looks at the bird. Oh.
It's an interesting looking bird. Cool.
Yeah, can I, because of my druidness or anything, can I tell if there's anything off about this raven?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Okay. Okay. Where is Natur? There we go.
14. You do notice a slight, red tint to the feathers. And there's something about the eyes that seem off to you, but beyond that, it looks like a perfectly healthy raven.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, I can go. It seems to be some sort of a variant of the traditional raven. I hope it didn't come that.
Can you repeat that last part? I did not hear that.
I said, seems to be some sort of variation of the common raven. I hope it didn't cost you too much.
Oh, he wasn't too much. 20 gold altogether?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Kodo starts counting on his fingers. Well, we have learned some things. Maybe we can talk about what we've learned.
I don't know if we really learned things. More so, kind of who to talk to get more information. But we found out that the smuggler is around Sagan and Portmar, and it may be a bigger operation than we think.
Indeed, and if we wish to pursue the missing ship, the Argo, what was it called again?
Argus.
The Argus. Well, if we want to go directly to the source, the Admiral of the Third Fleet is currently in Portmar.
Mev gives Havelock this look of we don't want to go there.
Should
Also,
I insight to see if Havelock understands this?
You could if you want to. I think you get the general distinction that Mev is uncomfortable.
Do you want to hold Daz, dear?
No. But besides that, we also found out that the person looking for help in Kitsan is not official. It may be from another third party.
Mm-hmm.
And then we learned a little bit more about the miners going missing in the mountains, specifically where it is located. And Koto, Aki, and I all thought that it would be a good idea to go and check it out.
Yes, I think it would be not only a good deed, but also leave the town of McGinn in our gratitude and more inclined to assist us in our needs.
Alright, but if we're going into the mountains, we need to buy a goat.
Whatever for?
To eat it,
Times.
to get some milk.
I don't really think we need it for that if we have rations.
Then we could have it as a pet. A friend.
Can I roll insight on Havelock? See why and see if I can figure out why she suddenly wants to bring a goat.
He.
Sorry, why he suddenly wants to bring a goat.
Sure.
His intentions with the goat. Just
Go for
I
it.
think he's gonna fuck it. Like,
I don't know. I'll fucking sacrifice it to a dark god. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? It's very possible.
For one, it's a goat.
Well-
Two, he's not Welsh.
You have no idea why Havelock wants to go all of a sudden.
Okay, let's go. Well, if you want, and he was go. Well, if you want to make the purchase of a goat for the party, on your head and from your wallet be it, I suppose.
God, why does everybody keep asking for my head today? So, books, right? Yeah, books.
So no head.
when are you guys fine with the mine plan?
Yeah. Kindling, marine.
And anyone who doesn't want to send the group into a deadly dark mine in the mountains, now say your piece.
Aki helping.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look at Aki. There is deadly things everywhere. To me, this is just another day.
Yeah, Aki, man up.
Yeah, and he just sort of. Yeah, he'll look at Marine and he'll go like, I suppose you're right. Just perhaps it's more directly present in the mines than in these streets, I suppose.
I'm just going to mention though, right? If we do happen to see a ghost, I may wet myself, and I want to let that know ahead of time.
You think there are ghosts there?
Please say there are no ghosts there.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what's taking things.
I wish you said there were no ghosts.
I can't tell you what I do not know.
Where? You just have to see.
Indeed, we have none
You know what,
of us
Porto?
has set foot in the mines. No one really knows anything about it apart from people vanish. So it could be elements of the not of this plane. We can't know.
Or maybe
I'm
it's
just,
a really big bear.
Or a really big bear. That's a good point, Neville.
It's just a really big bear, yeah. Okay.
What are you saying, Havelock?
I'd like to pat Kodo on the back. Listen, if there's any ghosts, you can just hide behind me. I'll scare them away for you.
Like, as you re-mentioned ghosts, he's like, what if it's a really big bear ghost, though?
A ghost bear?
Do bears have ghosts?
Then we can go up to its spectral pate and give it a damn good drubbing. Can't we all?
I mean, if it is just a big bear over there, we could just sacrifice the goat for it and then attack it.
You all have some very interesting takes.
So, Havelock, you would prefer to take 2 lives over 1 then?
I mean, a bear has to eat. If the bear goes after the goat instead of us, that's just saving our skins. And then we can take their skins.
What does a bear ghost need to eat?
Possibly, it might go after the
Ghosts
soul.
Would a bear ghost eat
This is
a goat
such
goat?
a conversation.
How much
Do
would
goats even have ghosts?
If it is, can we capture it? You
I
think it could possess one of us?
think I'm getting
Possess?
a little confused.
That would be amazing. Could you just imagine Koto or Aki? What if it possesses Marine. Strength
Koto's
and
like
anger
bending
of a bear,
down. His hands are
rampaging.
over his face now. He's kind of stressed. He's kind of stressed.
Oh, okay,
No, that
listen.
was
If
all
it
bad.
tries
Dirty
to
punk.
possess,
Do
if it tries to,
do I see? Wait, do I see Koto looking very alarmed and scared?
I think we can all see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go see the books now. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think.
Indeed.
I
fine.
think-
But if one of us is getting possessed by a bear, ghost, it has to be me. I volunteer to study this.
It is
And then-
honorable, I think, of you.
It would certainly be fascinating.
Mev is gonna grab Koto's wrist and pull him into the shop.
Oh my lord.
I have like the entire time that conversation's been going on, Dawes has been like occasionally looking back at you more and more with a sort of what the fuck face. As best a Raven can.
Does, I understand. It sounds weird. But how many people can say they've been possessed by a ghost bear?
He just flies off.
No, you come back here.
Like he doesn't go too far. He just like flies onto the roof of the journey's
I'm
passage.
not dealing with it.
And just looks. He's just like looking down at you.
I
That's
say.
it. Tomorrow you're a spider.
I can't do a Raven. I'm not.
I see
talented.
you. In your,
Oh my lord.
I see you and your new AV requires more education and companionship. Havelock, I hope you didn't pay a premium for him.
He's so pretentious.
Hope you didn't pay the premium.
The fuck is the premium?
That's his posh way of saying I hope you didn't spend a lot of money.
You already know how much Havelock spent altogether.
Well, yeah, but if it's a shit raven he flies away when all the time, then you shouldn't have paid that much. Is basically what he's saying.
He's trained to fly back after 10 days.
Can Marine just casually pick up Aki and drag him in to the library?
Yeah, if you all enter the journey's passage.
I will. I will. Do I make a roll to see if he stops? If he stops.
Technically, it's a grapple
If I can
check.
stop picking me up? Yeah. What do I roll to stop grapples?
Athletics or
Yeah,
acrobatics.
strength.
Okay, let's have a look.
And-
Versus my strength.
That's your strength, yeah. Athletics, it would have to be.
Well, not high strength.
Nope.
Yeah. I
To be fair, he was just doing it casually.
I was going to I can get inside of under my own power. I am not under transmogrification at this point. Thank you.
He's so
Here, walk in.
pretentious.
I'ma just look over to Mev. What does that transmogrification? What did he say? I don't understand it.
Transmogrification. Well, trans means to change, right?
Oh, no, I've
So
never had
I think
change.
he means maybe he's not under a spell. I'm not very adept at magic.
Does your friend know?
Would my friend know?
Your friend would know.
Okay. Mev, you see her pause for a second and just kind of turn her head to the side, like to air, basically. And she seems to actually be, like, listening for something at first. Actually, yes, they would. It means to change something greatly. So I was kind of right.
Okay. Tell your friend thanks.
You
Is she
know
doing
this-
that alone, or?
I assume it's only those two that are out because everyone else has gone
Yeah.
in.
No, we all went inside.
Oh. So you
Everyone
so
can
everyone
see
I'm
saw.
gonna look towards
Yep.
the direction that she looked at. What's in that direction?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Well, what's in there, since you're inside, is there's a lot of bookshelves. It's rather like it's stuffy and not the most brightest lit. You see several bookshelves with like a number of books on them, and just in the distance, like it. But the more large folk could be a bit of a squeeze, but you can see the who appears to be the owner. It's a Loxodon. Hard to determine the age.
Oh man.
They have slightly wrinkled skin with a few like pale patches here and there. You can see that on the ear is almost like it's like several monocles almost. You can see a sort of obviously custom built glasses that sort of like hang off the trunk as they're reading a book, and they sort of like notice you and they acknowledge you with a nod and goes back to reading.
Right. I'm just gonna keep that in mind.
So, yeah, nothing was there.
He's watching The Simpsons.
Wait, what? Oh god, you could hear that?
Yeah, that's alright.
It's fine. I hardly heard anything there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look around. Don't question anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be
So
suspicious.
I guess to avoid it taking an age and such, what kind of books are people looking for?
Actually, I want to look for some erotica. Since Kodo was asking about it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Wait.
Okay.
Honestly, Peach, I was wondering if it was going to be you or me who was going to have to ask for that.
Okay. So you don't find any of that stuff on the shelves, but obviously you can always ask the owner since they would know anything about books.
Are you ready, guys? Oh,
Yes,
Oh boy.
you have our permission to ask to ask the Luxon shopkeep if his bookshop sells pornography. Go ahead.
yes. Mev will go ahead and go over to the counter. Excuse me.
Loxton just like puts up one of her fingers, gets to a part, and just pulls out a bookmark and just closes it, placing the book aside. Yes. How can I help you, miss?
Alright, I was looking for two things.
Yes.
One, if you have any just really popular adventure books right now, and if you had porn. Specifically, like, nothing too severe, but my friend is new to it, and I don't want to scare him.
You got a copy of Baby First pornography.
I'm sorry. What was the part you said?
Like erotica?
Right. Okay. So I wasn't mishearing that. How old are you, dear?
Mev instantly frowns, like, gotten the question before. I'm 18.
Good enough. So with the first one, there is a few adventurers books. If you want the most popular one right now, it would be The Final Stand of the Garazune Garrison.
Alright, and how much is that one?
So it's a relatively newish book. It's in regards to. Tell me, have you heard of the Jurhan Gilgamesh War?
Have I?
Make a history check. 15.
15.
You heard of it? It's a war that happened about 10 or so years ago.
Okay.
Only ended about 7 years. Obviously, as Peach, you know exactly what happened in that war for pretty much. But yeah, it's like so that would be about 4 silver.
Okay. And Mev will go ahead and put the silver there.
She sort of like reaches back to one of the bookshelves and pulls out what appears to be like a copy of one of the books out there and just hands it to you. Somewhat of a beefy book. Though I do have to warn, it is a dramatization of it. It's not fully to fact.
That's perfectly fine. Actually, Tom,
Yes.
because of my stuff, that happened 10 years ago.
Yes.
The thing that happened to me was 9 years ago. Would I have just heard it in passing?
You have heard of it in passing. It was quite
Okay.
it was quite substantial. You know, it's kind of like modern day, where it's like, oh, a war's happening over in Ethiopia right now. It's like you hear about that stuff. It's like, oh,
Okay.
huh.
There's a war going on, so out there somewhere.
Making sure, because anything past 9 years, I'd probably have like disadvantage on or something.
Yeah,
Unless it's really prolific.
Yeah, I mean, technically, like, even though the war started 10 years ago, it ended 7 years ago.
Got it. All right.
So you would have heard, part of it. And now for your other one. So, like, looks about and just, slides a book. You can see, like, you've never seen a half-elven person blush, but you can see, so, like, there's a slight blush, but there's also a twinkle in her eye. As she, pass it over. This one should be good. I could tell you a bit more about it if, So, like, looks at everyone else that's in the shop, trying to make sure that no one's nearby. If you, wish to know, it's a favourite of mine.
Oh, really? Is it really good? Tell me.
So, it is, as you can see, it points to it. It is called...
Yeah.
It's called The Kiss of Hell. It's a tale about a succubus who's given permission from her master to wreak havoc on the material plane in the way a succubus would best know how, until eventually she meets someone who defeats her at her own game, so to speak, and a relationship forms. It sort of goes into romance as well, as she now has to choose between this person who, for lack of a better word, can satisfy her, or her master. It's might be pushing the boundaries for your friend. It does get a little bit graphic on all the details, but I think it's a good read, honestly. Yes, I had this planned because I know you people.
Well, even if they don't like it, that sounds very, very interesting, and I will read it and appreciate it. I'll take it.
Okay, if that's the case, just for you, since you're a curious little girl, 2 silver.
Oh, really? That's so nice of you. Thank you.
It's not only for
Mev.
you, but
Yeah,
kindred
Mev will go ahead
spirits,
and
you
give
know.
her the silver, which makes my stuff even.
Just takes the silver and gives you
How weathered is this book?
it's in decent condition. Like, it's...
Okay. Can you turn all the pages?
Yes.
Yeah, Mev will go ahead and take her books. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Just, don't let anyone know where you got that second one from.
Oh, right. She makes like a sealing lips motion.
Good.
All
What about
right.
everyone else? How's everyone else's book shopping going?
Ooh, I
I
got
don't know. I
questions.
kind of want to follow up with Mev, but see what's the weirdest thing they got to sell in this shop.
I'm not really looking for anything specific.
I do
Just
have some
enjoying.
specifics.
All right, slow down, people here. How about anyone interested in book stuff? Roll for it, and we'll go with the highest.
Okay, D20.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Oh.
Oh my.
I can't believe I wasted a natural 20 on that.
Koto, you're not particularly book shopping, are you?
No, this place is very strange. He's just trying to learn about it.
Okay, all right. Aki, what are you looking for?
After Mevela steps away from the counter, can I go up to the Luxon?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Greetings. You see, I'm a new traveler to this land, and I'm trying to learn the intricacies of it. Do you have any books about sort of explaining and sort of a polemic about the like the peoples and the cultures of Karmora?
We deal more with fiction non-fiction. Yes, fiction. Sorry, so had a bit of a conversation. Sort of had to switch the brain a bit. But I may have a copy of the Cities of Karmora around here somewhere.
That would be helpful, actually.
Yes, just sort of rummages around before she pulls out a rather small book, and hands it to you. So that is 3 silver for the book. It gives you a brief overview of the various cities and a little bit on the outlying areas.
Nice. Okay. And so he'll also ask. You said you have mainly non-fiction. Do you have anything sort of set rather faithfully and authentically among sort of pirate groups? Do you?
Not of pirate groups, I'm afraid. The literature. I mean, what kind of genre are you looking for? I might be able to recommend a book.
Good. Tell you what, if this is going to be a long journey, have you got any a good adventure novel or anything? Or
so we have a book in regards to the forming of the Republic. There is
that could be useful, actually. Could I get that as well?
Yes, that'll be 2 silver for that one. There is a book that we have called The Final Stand of the Garazune Garrison. It's a bit dramatized, but and it's about Ansor, not Karmora, but it's a popular read.
Have I heard of that book?
You're familiar with it, yes.
Let's go. That's that retelling of their clash with the Gilmesh, isn't it?
Yes, about how they were forced to leave Garizune, how the Garrison were forced to go through guerrilla warfare tactics, and it culminated with the final battle on the Zakmir Fields, where the Garrison were defeated.
Sounds like an engaging read. I'll pick up a copy of that as well, then.
Alright, that is 3 silver. Yes, the fireworks are starting, so the dogs are barking.
Okay. So how much is that in total?
So that is 5 silver.
Okay, so what, for the 3 books?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
No, it's it was
so
2
I've
silver,
got the book
2
on the
silver, then
stick.
3 silver.
So that's 7 silver. Okay,
Yes.
I will put down I will put down 1 gold.
Wait a second, I need to calm my dogs down because, of course.
Man, wait until Aki finds out that most of the pirate stuff is verbal. Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Sorry.
continuing on, so we've just heard Mevelair get her stuff, Aki get his stuff. What about everyone else? Alright, yeah, we were going in order, yeah. I completely forgot that would be Marine.
It would be Marine, yeah.
Marine will go up to the Luxodon and then will ask, "Excuse me,
Yes?
do you have anything that is on or relates to the elemental plane of water, or..." Marine's going to look around. Anything that may be not read by the normal crowd here?
We talking, like, fictional, non-fictional?
Either one may hold the information I need.
She sort of, like, ponders for a little bit. I don't remember. Get a second copy of the poem book. I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh my god.
I suppose there's a fairy tale story of a merfolk that basically has to deal with invaders onto her land. That would probably be... Yes, that would probably be your best bet. That is of merfolk and sirens.
I shall take a copy then.
Alright. That is 2 silver.
Marine will pay the 2 silver. Is there anything else that is unusual that one may read?
For those that don't... If it's ones that people don't typically read, no. If it's interesting books, there is a mystery book called Children of the River. It's not quite to do with the water plane, but it's about a group of adventurers who stumble upon several children while they're traveling down a river. Perfectly healthy children in a place where there is no food, far from civilization, dangerous monsters all around. And every time they try to get the kids out of that area, they always reappear at that same river. And the adventurers try to solve this mystery. As I say, not quite what you're looking for, and it's a book that people read, but that is one.
I shall take that as well.
That would be a single silver.
He will pay the silver.
Yeah, this Lux done has made a lot of silver.
Indeed.
Alright. Have luck.
Alright. Once Marine shuffles away from the front of the desk, I'm gonna go up there. Alright. I'm looking for a book on knots, knot tying, that sort of thing.
Ah, yes. We do have a sailor's book of knots.
Alright, I'll take that.
Okay, that is a silver piece.
Not done yet. I'm sort of blushing now, and I turn my back to the rest of the group, and I kind of lean in and whisper. Do you have any romances?
How crazy
Do I hear this?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
No.
Would I hear that?
Going by... Because also the thing as well is that the two of you are not in the queue anymore?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sort of still scanning the shelves and having a look around.
I'll say simply because of how high your passive perception is to make a perception check. Only because
Okay.
you've got a fucking high passive perception.
It's 16 passive perception.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can fall potentially hearing in.
Oh my
Then-
god.
Oh yeah, you hear it.
D4. Hold on. D4. Okay, 28.
Really? You need to add the D4?
Yes!
You're already at a 25! You're just overkill!
Yes.
So yeah, I do hear it, and so I just go. I sort of do just a quick double take kind of smut and a.
Oh my.
What?
The snickering.
So looks about as well. It's what kind are you talking about? Considering you've lowered your voice, I'm a bit curious to know.
Don't fucking laugh. The sweetest stuff you got.
Oh.
Memory of Freedom. That would be perfect for you. It's a bit cliche if you ask me, but it's about a princess who's and excuse my comment on it, but your get-up makes me think that you're an individual that likes the ocean. So it's a princess whose ship is destroyed by a white dragon, which captures her and imprisons her in his lair. And over the months and years, the princess reminisces on her situation and the conflict raging within her of remaining loyal to her husband, or if she begins to fall for this white dragon who shows her unbeknownst kindness. Does that pique your interest?
I'm just gonna slap a gold down, slide it over that, and anything relating to that, please.
Just so places a a copy of it and just like takes the gold. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, sir.
Baby.
Just quickly shoves it into my jacket and walks away with the other book in hand.
Mm-hmm. All right, kindling.
All right, so Kimmon's gonna also take his turn with the lockstones, and he's gonna just ask. So, you know anything about magic books?
This is not a arcane. This is not an arcane library, I'm afraid.
Are there any arcane libraries in town?
Not in
Any
McGinn,
know-
no, we're a little too small for that. Any of the outlying cities, Lennar, Chembar, Mar, they should all have something magic related.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna take out a book and just ask the lock on. But is there any chance you might know how to unlock this?
So, like, takes it and just looks at it. Interesting. So, looks at it, so, like, fiddles with the lock a bit. You've lost the key. I mean, as brutish as it sounds, have you tried simply pulling that part of the book off? You know, it would damage the book, granted, but
I'll think about it. And I'm gonna try and take the book back.
she hands you the book back.
Alright. That's all. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry I couldn't help you, but please look around. If there's any books that catch your eye, then be sure to let me know.
Alright then. He's just gonna leave. He doesn't really like reading, so he's not actually gonna look for books that much, just kind of wander.
Fucking nerd.
Stop me. I can't read.
Photo in a nutshell. So,
Just thinking.
yes.
Is there anything on the shelves in this bookshop that aren't books?
No, it's all books.
Just wondering. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, in that case, I think I'm. Oh, actually, tell you what. I think he'll quickly. Can I quickly dash over to the desk again?
Yep.
And ask. Sorry, I trouble you once again. Do you have any books concerning the druids of this land?
No, I mean, in the book I gave you, it gives you a bit of information, but the druids tend not to give much information in regards to themselves.
Ah, naturally. Okay. That was worth an ask. Thank you very much, good sir.
Of course. Madam.
Good. Sorry, madam. He doesn't. Yeah, I guess. This, I should say this is the first time a creature has seen a Lexicon. Apologies, madam. And he'll just do a courteous and a rather power walk out the door.
Mm-hmm. Koto, do you join them, or are you still like looking around the Journey's Passage?
I'm just kind of waiting at a table area for people to settle in.
All right.
Alright.
So eventually you finish your bookshop, and you leave the Journey's Passage with your packs now laden a bit more with literature. Hey, I didn't stutter when I said that.
Woohoo!
So, what's the plan now?
Well, I don't know everyone's plans, but I have a quick stop to make with the local blacksmiths. It's purely a personal errand.
You're kettle, right?
Indeed. So, don't think you have to act as any accompaniment. So I suppose other folk are going to head back to the tavern.
I think we will do that, and we will get the cart prepared. Can I speak?
What time of day is it?
At this point, you woke up in the early morning, so it's just come out to afternoon.
Okay.
What are we planning to? When were we planning to make our trip?
I mean, I would rather leave as soon as possible if we have nothing else to do here. What do you all think?
I can go get the cart while Aki, you do your errand. That's fine.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree. I suppose if we need to stop whatever ne'er-do-well is causing these disappearances, time is of the essence, isn't it?
Indeed.
So I will go get my kettle from the blacksmith, and I will join you at the stables.
I will see you all in a few minutes then, eh?
Indeed.
Oh, I want to go with you.
With who?
With Koto.
Okay. Sure. In case, what did you name the horse again?
Crispy.
Crispy, right. Alright. Sure.
We're Alright. Where's everyone else headed then? Just back to the tavern?
Quickly back to the tavern. I have reading to do.
Morning.
Same with me.
Yeah, back to the tavern.
Okay. So, I guess just so that we don't dilly-dally too much on it. So you are able to get your kettle. Decently built. It's clear that it was hammered in a bit of a hurry. But it's serviceable. It's fine. It's just got see there's a few odd small dents here and there.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume everyone else that's in the inn, you're just most of you are quietly reading your books, some secretly.
Yeah.
Is anyone not reading their new books or talking or anything?
Well, I'm ever outside. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, sure, we'll count that.
Metal kettle. Let's say 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use a kettle. There you go.
God
if
damn
that's
it,
the
Nate.
case, then.
What?
I just saw in the squared box all the nicknames and what he put for Nevelair and Koto.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah.
actually going to be a little significant in a second.
Oh no.
While they are and everything, just being normal people, Mev is going to follow Koto to the stables where he's getting everything prepared. Koto.
Aye?
So I got something for you. Well, I'd actually like to read it myself because it sounded kind of interesting, but I did get it for you.
Okay, what is it?
It is this book about, what is it called again?
You're referring to the smut book, yeah?
Yeah,
The Kiss of Hell.
The Kiss of Hell. It is called The Kiss of Hell. It is one of the erotica that we were talking about, and it is about the succubus that finds love.
Okay. And you would read it?
Well, I'd like to read it, but I also thought that it would be a good kind of example of what Aki and I meant. So you can read it too.
Oh, sure. But I just want to make sure, you know.
Mhm.
I will. Is it easy to read? Because if there are words I may need help, I mean to ask you for definitions and write it in my book. Is that all right?
Oh, yes, if you need my help, that is perfectly fine. I have another book, too, that we could share.
Sure. I'm interested to see what this take is on. What? To be honest, I do not really know what to expect.
I think it will be fun, don't worry.
Okay.
Do you, So how are you getting the horse prepared, huh? Are you good with horses?
I'm actually proficient in land vehicles.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
So, heading over to the stables, we're just going to try and do whatever needs to be done for to get our horse back. Is there anything that needs to be paid?
No. So you've paid for like the stabling and everything on there, so you don't need to pay anything for that.
All right. We'll be working our way through the town slowly with the cart. Kind of just talking then.
Well,
if you want, you can start reading.
Right now? Out loud? In public?
Is that bad? Are you not allowed to read in public?
No, but if it's an inappropriate novel out loud, that may be inappropriate. You know?
No, I don't fully understand, but I will. Yes, we will wait then if that is the case. I don't really understand inappropriate. Huh?
Like it is indecent.
Ah, there are books that are indecent. Interesting.
Well, yes, this is what this book is.
Book about. Okay, sure. Koto, like in his head, he's just imagining a book about learning about animals, mating. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, honey.
Oh dear.
You do not even know what you're... Poor thing.
But yeah, we're heading back to the inn.
Okay. So.
Tom.
Remember when I said that I don't feel like I had much control to begin with? Yeah. Anyway. So I assume you get all your preparations ready and you all converge, like, within the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone really want me to go into any more details about the books, or do you just want to keep moving on?
I think we're ready to get going.
Yeah.
Actually, out of curiosity, can I before we head off, can I quickly just flick in the book and see what it says about McGinn? My book about all the cities.
Yep. Let me just grab it a little bit. So you read just a small paragraph about it. Again, is known as the Northern Crossroads. It's the only safe-ish path through the Offra Mountains, though it's still rather small for its size. It does have a bustling agricultural and barge building operation, where miners would take a barge up through the Offra Mountains, mine stuff there, and then either return to McGinn or continue moving on to the Offra River. And that is typically how the business builds and sustains itself.
Okay, cool. Also, out of curiosity, is Toe in there?
Yes. But it's only mentioned, it's sort of on the small bits, because the book is it's only showing the more recent stuff. but it does mention like Toe had been founded, with the intention of being a fishing village. However, due to a large amount of salvage and bloated corpses of both men and beasts, the idea was quickly abandoned.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think the other interpretation is like pack up my things at the inn and then load it up onto the cart.
All right. So, where is your journey taking you now, then?
We are heading up to the mines, the mountains.
So you're heading through the Orfra Mountains, right? Okay.
I know you.
In the mountains. Somebody make an investigation check to inquire more about the mines, because it's unlike the roads. It's not as simple as
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, he's got good investigation.
All right, Koto's gonna do it. Koto's investigating.
All right,
Yeah.
go Koto.
Go.
Yeah, he's putting.
It's your birthday.
He's gonna ask one person one thing.
Oh,
Okay. I think Koto kind of stutters and fumbles over himself.
You all right, pal?
Sorry. We just want to mines. We heard people bear, ghost. I mean, not ghost. People missing in mines somewhere.
Oh yeah. It's a common thing there. So, I mean, if you want to go up there, there's a. You see this river here? So like points over to the Finna River in the distance.
Right.
So to begin with, you follow that, and that will get you up to the Alpha Camp, which is like the first camp that the miners go to. Then it turns into a bit of a maze. You'd be best off with like a guide or getting a hold of a map from one of the miners at the camp.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
I mean, if so, like looks at the rest of you. I mean, given your attire, I'm hoping that you're one of them adventurous types, and maybe could give us a bit of a hand here. Oh, you got a death wish.
Koto kind of gets like a heat. He's like, I'm an adventurer.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I wish for death, but doing a good deed and helping people out is more what I'm in it for, to be honest.
Well, still appreciate it. Just be careful you don't go too far south, otherwise you'll end up popping out the Orfra River, and it's real hard to get to the mines through that route.
Understood. Thank you.
He just heads off on his way.
Then we have our path.
our
Okay.
objective.
Let's spend some time to get ready. Everybody, do whatever you need to do before we get on. And
Yeah. Any last minute stuff before you make your way through the Orfra Mountains?
I actually don't. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Anyone else?
Lady. Nah.
Alright, so you make your way following the river, following a sort of, not so much of a pathway, but it's clear that it's been travelled upon a few times. You go up into the mountains. It's a generally like shallow incline. You can sort of see how they're able to get like the various barges and such up here, because the river isn't like coming down at speed, and it's not like particularly steep. And then you head into the pass fully. Now, the Orfra Mountains will take several days of travel, and there will be events during it, so
Okay.
I would like somebody to roll a d6 for me.
Who's that?
I can.
Go for it.
All right.
A 5. Okay. So right off the bat, you sort of like are following the river, and as you sort of turn a corner, you can see Aki, because of you being a druid, you can tell there's some stones that have been recently disturbed, and as you sort of like follow it with your eyes, you sort of see almost like a small rock slide has happened that has actually cleared a path. You can go through that cleared path if you'd like.
Mm.
Is it would it be like a shortcut? Can we tell that?
You've never been in the Orpha Mountains, so you have no idea.
No, I haven't.
What do you guys feel?
Oh, I have an idea. And Mev is going to look to Havelock. What about your bird?
All right.
What
It's
about
got
him?
both for us.
They could see if it's safe, right?
He could. Hey, buddy. I tap him on the head. You done napping there? Yeah, cute. Can you fly ahead of us in there just a little bit? Give us a good sweep around, make sure it looks nice, safe.
Just leaps off and so like flies. You can see him in the distance.
I forget. With Find Familiar, you can look through their eyes, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'd like to do that.
Okay. So your vision and your hearing from where you are just vanishes. After a few seconds, you sort of have almost like a fishbowl sort of vision as you look through Doz's eyes. It seems, based on it takes a while for you to get adjusted to it, but from where he's flying and such, you can see the route which you're currently going with the river sort of winds slightly, whereas there's the what appears to be the cleared path. It sort of like curves rightward and seems to cut into the route. So it does appear to be a shortcut.
Okay. I will take mental note of that for later. And cut vision at that point.
Okay. And he comes back a few minutes later anyway.
Oh, such a good boy. And I give him a snack.
You think this is a safe route?
Yeah, it's safe enough. You might want to watch your footing. But, other than that, we should be fine.
Alright, I'll get the horse to go down that way, and I will. Yeah, and then I will proceed with the cart through that clearing.
All right. It's very bumpy, but you do make progress. So that has shaved off about a day's worth of travel.
Ooh.
To the point where you go up a significantly steeper part to where there's a sudden drop, but you can navigate it well enough. It just takes about an hour or two. But you've been traveling for the majority of the day, and as you sort of arrive in this sort of clearing, you can see a tent here and another one in the distance.
Oh.
You see a handful of tents and a few individuals sort of walking around.
Do they look friendly?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Their bows are drawn, aimed at our faces.
You see a fireball in one of their hands.
Yeah.
Difficult to tell from this distance.
Okay.
Can I look through doors and fly closer?
Make a perception check using the stats of a raven.
God, I have to look at the stats of a raven now.
Pretty sure that's pretty high.
Raven. What is your
Raven.
perception?
Perception of +3.
Nice.
20 plus 3.
9. A bit difficult to tell. You're still getting disorientated by the difference in vision.
So should we approach them or avoid?
Well, I imagine this would be the Alpha camp that the fellow down in McGinn mentioned.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
So they were actively seeking to harm us, so
Alright, cool.
I suppose we're very courteous to let them know of our presence, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Okay. So I think I'll bring the cart a bit closer to the camp.
Okay. You travel the last remaining distance to sort of like almost like enter the camp. Majority of the people here appear to be dwarvish, though there are a decent chunk of human and beast folk. A lot of them sort of wearing like heavy cloaks, like to keep warm and everything. Only a handful of them look armed, but they're not like looking at you with any hostility.
Okay.
And as you sort of like pull up, one of the unarmed dwarfs sort of like comes out and says, "Hey, you want to tell us how far back that little rock slide there goes?"
How
far
would it
yeah.
You would say it probably cut off maybe about 10 miles worth, going by what Dawes had seen.
It goes on for quite a while. Maybe 10-ish miles?
Does it bring you out to where the river is?
You mean like the thinner part of the river?
Yeah, the one at which the barges come through.
Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just making sure. Yeah, they do.
So, like, as you sort of, like, nod your head, he, like, pulls out some parchment and begins writing down on it. Right. Good to know. So, what's a bunch of you lot doing then?
Well, we're here to see if we can figure out what's causing your disappearing problem.
Aye. Right. Aye. Yeah. I take you're here to, like, help out with that or something, eh?
Of course, yes. See if we can figure out what's causing it and seeing if we can, well, put an end to it.
Well, you're not going to find out here. The vanishings are a bit further south, near the iron mines. That's about 2 or 3 days of travel here.
Is there any way that we could either have someone take us there, or if there's a map?
I mean, which would you rather? I can give you one or the other.
I think
It would be dangerous to bring more people to it.
that's what I was going to say. I think a map would be best so that they aren't stranded.
I agree.
Right. Let me see if I can find one of the older maps that we got. Just to check, who are you lot again?
My name is Chris Gavantore. This, and I believe my other members of my company can introduce themselves.
We're Chris's escorts.
A Garizune company, right. Alright, So if you're spending the night, then so like beckons to the area where you just came. Pick a spot over there and make yourself comfortable. Don't worry if any guards come walking by. It's protection.
I did have a question too.
Of course.
Aye.
Did you have any more information on how these people are disappearing, when they're disappearing?
It's always at night, from what I've been told. Vanish out of thin air. They're sleeping, and then the next thing you know, we check their tent, and nothing.
They disappear in their tents?
Aye. And we've done a thorough search around, and we can't find, and we've never found any of the bodies, like, in the earth. And from what I've been told from the times I've gone back, no bodies ever washed up near McGinn, like they normally do.
Where was the last disappearance then?
Oh, the last disappearance was 2 days ago.
And do you know where it happened?
Aye, it's near the back. I'll show you once I've got the map.
Right.
Thank you.
Just as I say, go ahead and make yourself comfortable over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Kodo's gonna
Thank you
sit
very
back
much.
of the cart, look towards Havelock. It's definitely a ghost.
Yeah, and then sort of as he says that, I sort of like turn crispy and head towards where he pointed out.
I'll follow Aki.
Okay. So, you you spend a little bit of time just like finding a comfortable spot to sort of like set up. It's all like it's pretty rough sleeping. Like it's very it's very little foliage. There's a lot of like rocks and everything. So you're just trying to find like a flat piece of rock.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes as you sort of get set in, the dwarf comes by again with a little bit of a tattered map. But he like hands it to you, says, "Keep in mind, its south is at the top, not the bottom. Just makes it easier for us." And he hands
South is at the top. Okay.
And he hands it to you, and it's in campaign notes too.
yeah.
So, the bit I'm referring to here. So, we're here in Alpha Camp, aye? Points to the bit that says A Camp.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look there between I1 and I2, that's Iron Mine 1 and 2, you see that X there?
Okay.
That's where it'll be vanishing.
And it's in that central area.
Around that bit, aye.
Then is there anything... I suppose, is there anything the missing people have in common?
No, nothing at all. It's been humans, it's been dwarfs. From what I've heard, one of the few Goliaths we had got taken.
Okay. Strange. Mev will go ahead and
So
write
it
that
seems,
down.
so the disappearances seem entirely random.
Well, random in terms of who they take, not in the area they take them from.
Okay. So just because I was sorting stuff out, where on the map does he point to where all the disappearances are?
You see where it says I1 and I2 and there's a cross?
Yep.
That, where the cross is where he indicates.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just writing these in the notes.
And I know that we are looking into this, but are we allowed to go into the mine itself? Is there anything that we should know?
Mine's dangerous. There's, obviously creatures in there. But if you want to go into the mine, I mean, So it looks over at Crispy and the cart.
I don't think whatever you gather there would be much missed.
Alright then. We will keep that in mind and try to be careful. Mev will look to her lantern. Are there already lanterns in place there that we can light?
No, you're gonna have to bring your own.
Then it's a good thing I have one.
It is a good thing you have one.
She'll look over to Aki. Is there anything else that you'd like to ask?
Well, I suppose you'll see these points marked, C1, C2, I1, I2. Are those like ore deposits, are they?
Aye, they're the mines. C1 is the first copper mine that was found. C2, you get the idea.
I understand. Okay. So what do we have up here? We have copper, iron, and is that silver? Is that
So looks at the map again. So the one that's nearest by is I3, third iron mine that we found. Then if you follow the route, if you backtrack, there's been a bit of cave-in there, so getting to C1's a bit difficult, but you can traverse it. But going through, following towards I1, you get to T1, which is the first tin area. Then you got a choice of going through to I1 or going to Beta Camp, which leads you to Copper 2. Or you can go to the side and just connect to the path for Magin and Embar.
right?
And then you have to go through an underground cave to get to I2. And that's sort of where it ends on that side of things. But you can go past Copper 2 to Silver 2. And that could actually take you all the way to the Orpha Forest.
Mev's head is spinning.
We are about to get lost.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Aki is looking very, very quizzic, very intensely at the map as all of this just washing over him.
You're asking a dwarf about mining places.
I know.
Man, this is
I was
payback.
Yep.
I know, right? And I was going, okay, fascinating. Right. I don't have any other.
Look, if you're confused, just follow the main bit to I1 and I2. That'll get you where you need to go. Then you can just backtrack to Magin.
All right.
Okay.
And just wondering, one last question. There's a few other X's. Do you know what those are? Would they be of importance to anything, or?
There cave-ins, monsters. The mountain at the southernmost point, he points to the big mountain with the X on it. That once had reports of a mountain elemental.
Really?
Mountain elemental.
Golly.
Do you think that might have to do with, at the very least, the avalanche thing?
No, it keeps itself to itself, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But correction, it's either an elemental, or even worse, it's a giant.
Oh.
Alright.
We certainly
this
have
is-
a lot of work cut out for us here.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So that's
Okay.
if you want to go. I wouldn't recommend going for the elemental or the giant or whatever.
Right. Okay.
Nobody's traveled there, so you'd be having a hard time.
Right then. Are you writing this
Right.
all down, Ed?
Yeah, it's in my notes.
Because that pathing was a lot.
Well,
Yeah,
he gave you the simple part. It's like, look, just follow the main path. That'll take you to I1.
Yeah,
and
he
2.
did. He
Yeah.
did, yeah. It's which is what I'm going to do. The map honestly makes sense to me, at least. Like out of character. So
Mm-hmm.
Until
Could
we
be
start
okay.
looking for treasure.
yeah, who fancies beating up an Earth Elemental?
Or an earth, or a mountain giant, depending on which one it is.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you give me the right
Sure.
reason, I'll certainly try with you.
I mean, Aki would want to probably see one, but from very far away.
Oh boy.
Okay, and he goes, No, I think that's everything. Actually, just out of curiosity, does the is there any populations of fish in the Offa River?
Here's salmon.
Oh no, there is a bear.
Ah,
I like salmon. Okay.
I mean,
Thank you very much. You've been an immense help, sir. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
it's Ildor.
Okay. And you're the camp boss, foreman.
Oh no, I'm just a miner.
You the foreman. Oi.
Oh fuck! I just remembered that.
Yeah.
And so, like, he sort of, like, looks to you, so it's like, if I'm honest with you, lad, we do have, there are bears around the pass and such, so, be wise to avoid them, potentially.
Kodo just nods and he looks off to the group.
Poor Kodo.
This bear ghost is becoming more of a reality. I do not know how I feel.
Wait, what's it about a ghost?
Oh,
There's a ghost? I'm just kidding.
Wait, that's what I was asking you for.
It is just a little joke that we had. You know, when we came up here, we were like, well, maybe it's a ghost taking people, haha.
I would hope not. I've never seen one, but, you know. So, like, looks a bit unknown. It's like, right,
Well, now he's worried.
I'll leave y'all to it.
Thank you.
Man, that poor man was like, that didn't occur to me.
Yeah, just. And do you guys want to set up, or?
How late is it? It's pretty late, right?
At this point, the sun is set.
Okay. Then, if that's the case, we should probably spend the night here?
Okay.
Yes.
Agreed.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Alright, have we... He's gonna help set up camp.
I'm gonna set up my tent.
Alright, can I go over to one of the... back to camp and ask if they have any spare, like, firewood or kindling?
Yeah, they give you some of the firewood and kindling. Like, they're not monsters. So
Okay, good.
they give you enough to, have a small fire. They have to keep a decent chunk for their own.
Alright.
And so yeah,
this
and then,
has been a session.
and so he basically just sets up the fire, clicks his fingers, fire bursts up.
I was
then-
gonna help set up some basic camp stuff for people to sleep on.
Okay, and then I go like, I'm gonna see if I can catch us some dinner, perhaps a little bit fresher and tastier than the rations we have. And he'll grab the fishing rod out of his pack and and head to the river.
Okay.
Can I go with him?
Sure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh god, both the locks are going with him.
Ha! I'm in danger.
Yes, hello, Aki. Would you like to talk about? Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior's, our patrons? Different patrons, but
Yep.
God, I'm just reminded of Gura Frank calling Ina with that Lightning McQueen thing.
Since they are leaving and it's just Koto, Mev, and Kindling there, Mev is gonna pull out the book.
Of course.
And she's gonna grin at Koto.
Dawes is staying with you guys.
That's not my problem. Mev's gonna just grin at Koto.
Now would be the good time to get started.
Yes, sure. I am interested to learn more about literature, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Reading erotic literature before you go to bed. That one costs.
He's gonna sit down. He's gonna pull out, his trusty notebook, this piece of chalk that's been run down, and he's just like, "All right, I am ready. Yes."
Oh, I feel so bad. Nev is gonna sit beside him and start reading.
What is the decay range of this? Like, is it a soft slope, or is this just in?
Oh, you're referring to the book, not the terrain.
Yes.
Is it quick or a slow burn?
Oh my lord!
So the first chapter. The first chapter, it's like one of those books where it's like the start of it is actually the end, but then like the rest of the book is a flashback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it starts off with this man and this woman fleeing from like literal like demonic hounds. Going talking about how their struggles, how they occasionally fight it off and such. And the first chapter actually ends with them sort of cornered in an alleyway with a large demonic horned being sort of like walking towards them with the hounds like tailing behind.
Oh, this is intense. This is good.
And then it gets to the second chapter where it focuses entirely on Nine Hells. Specifically in regards to a succubus named Lilith. It doesn't go too crazy on barring a few bits here and there where Lilith speaks with her master, a devil called Oshifan.
Yeah, like Kono kind of pauses at those parts. He's just okay, right? Just keeps on going.
And the first hints of it is when Oshifan makes note of the fact that Lilith can go to the material plane and wreak havoc in her own unique way. And then it goes to Lilith imagining the various succubus things that she would do. And it goes on for about a page or two before it snaps back to the conversation.
Oh my god.
Okay, so during that, Kodo, you can, it's a very obvious change where he's no longer kind of writing down notes every once in a while, like words he doesn't understand. Now it's like he's frozen. He's like... He's trying not to make eye contact. He's just... Please end. What is this? What is this? Please don't make me stand up.
So while that's going on, team fishing. Look, we are not going to get anything done with this session. It's not going to end unless we move over to team fishing. They are imperative for the end of the session.
Hello, yes, team fishing here.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, what are you doing?
I will stroll over to the river. I guess I will... Yeah, I'll walk over to the river, find a spot to sit down and then just start fishing. And see how I'll probably put a bit of the rations I have on the end of the hook and then start fishing.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check with advantage then, since you did bait the hook.
Yay! Survival, right?
Yes, with advantage.
Excellent. Okay. Come on, lucky beans.
20. Okay.
Hold on. 21.
21? No, what's not plus 10? So you're able to... It's not quite the spawning season for salmon, so there's not a whole lot of them, but you are able to catch 3 decently sized
Oh.
salmon with the use of that
Nice.
one ration. Like, the third one, eats it completely.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. How many of us are there in the group? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can I try to catch again?
It would be a straight survival check on this one.
So no bait.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to rebait it.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, mark off another ration.
You are. Okay. Advantage. Survival. And then D4.
Okay.
19.
You're able to catch a further 2.
Nice. Okay.
You could... I'm sorry, I have to say it, because otherwise it's going to be just like, you could have said it, Yeah, you're a master with the bait.
Thank you.
Wow. Excellent.
Good stuff. Okay.
I will take my D8 psychic damage.
Ah, yes, a true masturbator.
Oh man.
There you go. I accidentally rolled a D12, so I took 9 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
I was like, good. Okay, after that dinner sorted.
Avlok and Marine, you followed him. What are you two doing?
Oh, yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm kicking off the boots, I'm taking off the coat, I'm tying my hair up in a fucking bun, and I'm going for a walk. Straight into the water.
Yep, Marine was also going to walk straight into the water
oh my
himself.
god.
Okay, there is a current, but thankfully, because you're only on the earlier bits, the current's not that strong. Like, you can, with Havelock, with your swim speed, you can easily handle it. And, like, Marine, you're just able to, even without, like, a proper swim speed, you're able to handle it, too.
I'm built different.
I guess since you're doing it this method, go ahead and Zuvia make survival checks with advantage, because you can't get much closer than, being able to grab the things with your hands.
Wouldn't there be like dexterity or like sleight of hand or something?
I mean, I guess
No, that's something.
No, it's kind of like, because I imagine that they're using their weapons still.
Okay, so it's like spearfishing. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Marine just going to pet a fish.
Yeah, so you just kind of like, you reach for it. Unfortunately, your design was not for fishing, so it's
Do I
kind
at
of...
least pet the fish?
You give the fish a stroke as it runs away.
Aw.
Havelock, you are able to catch. Where's my dice again? Oh wow! Okay, you're able to grab 4 fish with the use of your weapon.
Hell
Wow.
yeah, I'm holding 2 of them by the tail in my mouth. I got 1 in each hand. I come out of the water proud.
Oh my lord.
Did you catch anything?
Marine's just going to stay in the water for a while, just taking it all in.
I must say that was terrific work there, Havelock. Bit unorthodox, but it seemed to work.
You want to try it?
I'm okay. I'm okay up here, actually. I think I prefer the classics. If you couldn't tell.
All right. Well, watch the fish. I'm going back, and I just toss the fish over to him, and I'm gonna go back in the water.
Do I get hit?
Roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier, Havelock.
Alright, you are. D20 and my dex.
No, not
is
you, Havelock.
1. Oh, sorry.
This is being counted as a ranged attack.
You said Dex mod?
Yes.
Yep, D20 plus dex.
Fish.
What's your armor class?
It is 14. Actually, wait, I haven't got my shield up, so it would be like 12.
Yeah, so I guess you just saw, like, getting ready, just feel like as several fish just get thrown into your face.
Thank you!
If only if it was a sardine, then I could make a Final Fantasy 14 reference. There's literally a spell in 14 where you spit a sardine at somebody from your mouth.
Yes.
It is
That
beautiful.
is fantastic. But if he's going to go fishing again, I would like to attempt to catch another fish and put it on the hook to make him feel good.
Make a survival check with advantage. Actually, are you baiting it or no?
No, I'm not.
Straight survival.
To be fair, I think if they're splashing about in the water, part of me goes, like, I'm just checking if anyone is stupid enough to have not been scared off by them. So yeah.
I mean, with the two of you that are in the water, the fish are already starting to get a bit scarce.
Yeah, so just straight. I don't know. I've got advantage, don't I? Turn off advantage. Survivre. Fuck. And then plus. Okay, that's 11.
All right. Unfortunately, because Adesi's getting higher and higher, you're not able to get any fish. But have luck, you're able to get one fish, and you just sort of like roughly impale it onto the hook.
Give it a tug.
So I'm guessing it does feel like someone just tugged the other end, like a normal hand just tugged the other end.
You felt the tug.
So like, oh, interesting. And then I would just go, and I would just, like flick the hook back up and see a fish on the end of it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I'm onto the pot. Not take it off and put it on the pile of. I got 5. You got 3 or 4, and then yes, we've got 10 fish.
This is goddamn Bible shit right here.
I know, right?
If we send
We're gonna have
fish, we
2
will
salmon
feed
each.
600 people.
Hey, you joke, but we could try.
You could certainly try.
So what'd you say, Havelock? Pretty successful, don't you think?
Bruh, I'm still in the water.
Well, yes, but we have 10 of the little buggers. I don't want to completely depopulate this thing.
No. Ed. Havelock is still completely submerged in the water. Not
Okay.
up for air yet.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
Can't even hear you due to the sound of the river.
Okay.
Have you tried speaking in blub blub?
No, I don't know that language, sadly.
Unfortunately, that's not a language druids can learn.
I just want to stay here in the water until he starts to freak out.
Okay.
Marine's just vibing in the water.
After fishing, going, you know what? 10's okay. Not bad. And then I'll look over and see Marine standing there in the water and go, oh, Marine, do you know where Havelock's run off to?
I think Marine's also under the water.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, God's sake.
They're both under the water.
In which case,
Casually T-posing.
pretty much, I go like, oh, where the devil are they?
Blub blub.
Blub blub in Morse code.
Can I, I'll go over to the riverbank where they are and look into the water. Can I see them?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
4. That would be a 9.
Nope, you don't see them. With how dark it's getting and the general distortion that running water causes.
I am starting to see him in shades of grey now. Let's go. Oh, heavens, no. I know this river's strong. Oh, good lord. Can I try to use control water?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a powerful enough spell to try to hold back hold back the river on the 5 feet where I last saw them?
Hold back the river.
It does say choose an area. Yeah, choose an. Yeah, you can instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct, up to 5 feet in any action.
Yeah, so you'd be able to stop a small bit of it because it's still a river.
Yeah. So basically, I'll see if I'll pass the river around like a point in the middle where I last saw the two of them.
Yeah. So you sort of.
He attempts to part the Red Sea.
Yeah, essentially he essentially parts it slightly. Not
Can
a
I see
small
that?
amount.
Tell you what, should we do stealth versus perception?
Yeah, let's do stealth versus perception.
Hold my hand.
That is true.
baby,
Well,
long
no,
way
this
to
would
the
be a
bottom of the
druid. Moses
river.
would have been a druid. Control water.
Yeah, I suppose.
Part of the way.
Yeah,
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 true.
it's
He
shape
would've
would have
wide.
been a druid.
Yeah, shape.
18. Jesus Christy. Okay. 3,
You've
2,
got
1.
a +6 to your. You see, and
And +4. That'll be a 21.
you spot them.
Yeah, and so as I part them, the sun in the. Very funny, you two. You got a good scare. Stop playing games here. People are disappearing. I don't need friends disappearing as well.
What do you mean? We never disappeared. We've been here the whole time.
Under the water, where you couldn't be seen in a rushing last seen in a rushing torrent, in a part of the world where people disappear. I'm sorry if I got worried.
This is. I'm built for ocean currents.
This is true. But I was just making sure you hadn't reached some ghastly end. Now I'm going to head back to camp with the fish and start descaling and cooking them. I'm sure you lot can find your way back, aren't you?
While those two were talking, I would like to make it rain for up to a 30-foot cube.
Right above Aki, I assume.
Yeah.
In the
Hey,
typical
what?
cartoon depressed thing, depressed rain cloud.
Tell you what, can I use control water to basically like arc the water away from me?
Yeah.
And I'll do. But so basically, I feel like and then I was like,
Wait,
hold up a finger, and I could act as like a
you
magic.
Said, you said control water, yeah? That you used?
Yeah.
How do you have access to a 4th level spell?
What?
Yeah, it's shape water that you would have.
Oh, I'm thinking of shape water. Sorry, it's shape water.
I was about to say, it's like, wait, hang on a second. 4th, what? Huh?
Sorry, it's shape water. Sorry, it's shape
Okay.
water.
Yes, you are able to sort of shift the rain away from you. So you start to get like, you start to get hit by like a downpour, and you sort of like look up and see it's in a small area before you just, click of your finger and the rain sort of like heading towards the river again.
Okay, and I was kind of like, okay. And then I'll just, not being bothered by it, just walk back to the camp with the fish.
Okay.
I'll get out of the water and I'll follow, taking my stuff.
What about you, Marine?
Marine will eventually follow after staying in for just a few more minutes.
Okay. So, the three of you make your way back together, and you can see, so like, sitting round the campfire is Mevelair and a very, very flustered Koto.
Do we see them coming back?
Yeah, you would.
Mev will go ahead and close the book, just set it on her lap. Did you guys have any good luck?
Oh, indeed. We got in fact, we have 2 salmon for everyone.
Something to get my mind off of that.
And yeah, can I like do I look at Koto and look at Mev and put 2 and 2 together?
2 and 2. Yeah, you wouldn't know why they're flustered.
But
Mev doesn't look flustered. She looks like her normal happy self.
Well,
Also,
no, but like I think we worked. From the conversation earlier, we were talking about introducing him to porn anyway, and so a smiling.
I don't know if you could jump to that conclusion.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's like because I imagine Neville like has sort of hit in the book, sort of.
Okay.
It's under her arms in her lap.
Yeah, so it's difficult enough to see.
Oh god, Marine's going to look at Kodo and ask, do you have one of those things that is referred to as a fever? Are you alright?
Honestly, I don't know.
Perhaps we need to get him medication.
Usually,
I just need some water.
yes, some water, maybe some food. Maybe that's what I need. Thank you for sharing the book with me. I think I now understand what you meant by not to be said out loud.
We can read more of it later.
Right.
Mev is gonna go ahead and she's gonna go ahead and just like put the book in her tent.
Okay.
And return back to the others. So how are we cooking the fish? Are we going to put it in the pot?
Perhaps. I thought we were going to, well, I suppose we could either put them in the pot or in a sort of, like, fire roast them. Put them on a big, put them on a stick or an upright position and fire roast them. Up to you folk.
Roast would probably be better. Otherwise, you'd have to go back and get, more water and stuff.
Alright.
I
Who
could
here...
just fill it with water.
That is true. I could do that.
Well, then I guess it's up to other people, but I'm going to grill mine.
Which one tastes better? What do you guys think?
Grill it, make it crispy.
I would go grill, personally.
I will try grill.
Alright. We're gonna go ahead and make our food. I know that Kindling was sitting there listening to Mev read this too. What's he like?
He's overall not that affected. He's still looking at the head, and that's what he's looking mostly on.
If that's the case, while the fish are cooking, she's gonna look to the wolf skull. What are you doing with that?
Gonna make a necklace.
A necklace? Isn't that really big?
Well, I'm not using all of it. I'm only using the teeth.
Oh, I see. Are you going to use the head for anything else then?
I might not. Why? You're interested?
Mev, shrugs. I don't know, I thought you could make tools with it or something. I'm not very adept in those things, though, so I kind of wanted to watch you. It looked fun.
Maybe you can use it to scare away the ghost.
Yeah, maybe you could put it on your head and go rah.
That does sound fun.
Maybe now make a skull mask. Oh, I think that would fit you.
Thank you.
Just a genuine confusion.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and sit down. So, did you see anything interesting at the river?
Well, apart from lots of fish and these two, and I point to Marine and giving me giving me a damn good fright. It was fairly uneventful.
I'm surprised. I honestly thought that Havelock would pants you and then throw you in the river.
No, she was. I suppose that was the standard. She was remarkably courteous. Was simply a few fish thrown in the face and pretending to be drowned, and then that was basically it. So it was all in all not too terrible.
I'm just gonna look to Havelock. That sounds unusually nice.
I'm wringing my hair out. Thank you very much.
Do you want me to braid it?
Yeah, you can braid it.
Yeek. Come here, sit. Mev like pets between her legs.
Havelock's just gonna go sit there, cross-legged,
Woo!
grumpy. Pants are all fucking wet now. Hope he appreciates those fish.
I
I
can't
don't
without
think
it.
it's anyone else's fault.
Whenever you get a chance, Havelock, I would like to ask you something in private. I've been meaning to ask.
I can tell now, without any doubt, that fish are indeed friends.
We're about to eat those friends.
Yes, friends. We're currently roasting over a fire.
Nom 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 nom.
Fish are friends
Guys,
and
he
food.
does not,
Indeed.
What were you saying, Anna?
he does not eat. But yeah, Kodo, stop by my tent before you go to bed, I guess.
Well, we could just talk right now. It's really he kind of just gets up and just walks a little bit further off to the side of the camp.
Havelock just kind of lifts his arms defeated, like, I'm getting my hair braided here. What do you want?
Mev will set it down. It's okay. It won't undo as long as you don't shake anything.
Fine. And I get up and go follow Koto.
Right. So, this is just between us. I saw something a few days ago, and I thought I'd bring it up to you. One night, he's like kind of twiddling his hands a bit. I saw Meveler doing something to Aki's face. Now, at first my assumption is that it was some sort of, trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I noticed that she put sigils on his face. And he takes out his book and he slowly opens to the page with the sigil on it.
Havelock dead-faced. Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that this is not bad, right? This is just trick, right?
Yeah, it's just trick. It's something you do to your friends, you know?
Okay.
Good prank. Good-hearted nature.
I just wanted to bring it up to you because you know her, and I did not know if maybe it was some sort of curse.
No. Curses look a lot weirder. But I'm gonna lean in uncomfortably close to him, put my arm around his shoulder. You looked really awkward back there. Do you need to talk about something? Think of me like... How old are you?
22.
Think of me like your older brother. I'm here to answer any questions you might have.
Rough persuasion.
Oh look, it's consequences of my actions.
Yeah, I think Kodo will just spend some time, just like the basics of what he experienced, because he's just confused. It's like he's just gonna be asking Havelock. This is like this. People enjoy this, right? It's like, oh, okay. the books, the book stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just a bit off to me.
No. That's actually really, really, really nice. Compared to some of the stuff that I've witnessed beforehand.
Oh my god.
Do you know why sailors are so good at knots? Or why my rope was red?
No.
Oh, I've got a lot to teach you, my younger brother. I have so much to teach you.
Oh my god.
I guess I am in this school of learning, as they say. Sure. But yeah, if it is something that people like and it is nice, as you say, I should definitely take it more seriously. I'll stick it out more, try and see what's up.
In fact, you know what? You wait right here. I'm gonna go get something. We're gonna start lessons.
Oh my god. No.
I'm gonna run back to my tent, grab my regular rope that's left, and the sailor's book I got.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run. You're going to ruin it.
It's fine.
Going to have to
Koto's
do it.
going to help fix it.
Koto? Mev just looks all pouty like she was doing that. That was her job. I'm taking one of your fish.
That's fine.
What is this
And
first lesson?
so, I'm gonna teach you how to properly tie some knots.
Oh, okay. This is very useful. Yes, a good lesson.
Do I have to
guess
roll anything for teaching, Tom?
Considering
somebody
you're a
just-
pirate, you'd know. You'd know this.
All right. So we probably
Man,
spend a bit
you've
of time.
broken Tom today.
I am just here like, oh. I knew this was happening, but here we are. Okay. So you spend the next couple of hours, like, teaching Koto various knots. Is anyone else doing anything? Or...
I'm taking Havelock's fucking fish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the fish and like turning them on one side down and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so...
I'm trying to make.
You're trying to make your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh my god.
I think...
Oh.
there goes even more fireworks. I think then
Yeah, there's no time I wonder.
that it's probably... Actually, I think we've nearly gone our full length anyway. We're just cutting like 20 minutes early, I think. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was going back a bit. But I think that would be probably a good point for us to call it for this session.
So where did you guys stop this week? Oh yeah, the pirate was teaching the poor cleric about bondage.
You showed the Minotaur porn. Alright, so I guess we go down the line again. So, Ed, you're top of the list. What was your favorite moment? Even though I know the favorite moment everyone's gonna pretty much say.
Yeah, I mean, can we just like say a baseline? Everyone's favorite moment was like everything to do with Koto and learning about pornography.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Like that's just everyone.
That's not exactly my favorite moment, but okay.
Okay.
Not mine either.
Okay, so besides that, I would say my favorite moment probably was Aki and Nev again.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And, like Aki getting a fucking drubbing for being a closed-minded fool who thinks he knows what he's talking about, and then sort of that sort of whole reconciliation scene was quite nice.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Maui, what was yours?
Oh my. I'm second.
There was a lot of Koto moments in this.
It was.
There were.
I really liked exactly what Ed said, the reconciliation moment of just like, I was just watching in my head. I was just like, yo, Mev is going this dude right now. And then it's just like, all right, we're friends though, right? And like, yeah. And I was like, God damn, this place is crazy.
What?
These people are weird. These people are weird. And I kind of like the whole end of the session towards the camp. That was cool. I liked everything that happened there. It was cool.
Yeah.
All right, Nate.
Well, obviously, just all the like erotica joke stuff. That was
Yeah.
although like in specific.
See,
I was a fan.
When I initially designed my game, it's like, okay, as a book, I'm just like, shit, if they go in, they're gonna ask me about a bunch of books, aren't they? Okay, I need to make up a couple. Shit, knowing some of the people here, they're gonna ask for smut.
Hi.
Hello.
I think my personal favorite was a half elf that worked there that just kind of fangirled a little for a kiss from hell. Or was it the Loxodon?
It was the Lux.
The Loxodon, yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah, the Loxodon. Just that little bit of fangirling was really.
Yeah, she is a Loxodon of culture, you see.
Precisely.
All right. Next then is Anna.
I am very happy Havelock now has their familiar, their lovely little imp.
Dogs,
Yeah.
And then I also loved everybody getting to go into the bookstore and we just all like line up like kids on a field trip. So polite.
What about you, Dom?
Oh wait, sorry, I was muted for a moment. I fucking love the bookstore thing. I also kind of enjoyed Aki not understanding how Warlock do.
What do you mean?
The water scene.
Yeah, the water scene.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, he doesn't, and he was more thinking like, oh no, my friends were playing in the water, and now they suddenly have disappeared.
Nah, they just vibing.
Well, yeah, he didn't know that. You could have told him. Would have been considerate.
If only he spoke Blubbanese.
I don't even speak Swahili. I'm useless.
Alright. Peach, what about you?
Definitely my favorite part was Aki basically, like, being hit repeatedly with Mev being like, no, you're ignorant as fuck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop talking for once, get your head out of your ass.
You know what I just realized? This is literally a mirror image of Trofnar and Nemesis. But this time it's Peach being like, no, that's not how the world works. Whereas, you know, Aki's like, oh, well, what? This is most unorthodox.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you mean I can't be a rich, pompous asshole? What do you mean that my words are backhanded?
Yeah. Yeah. I know everyone else is poor except me, and that makes me better than them. What about it? Yeah.
He legit, like, that's how he sounded at points.
I know.
And I was like, oh my god.
It's just like he's so clearly just like a child of privilege being like brought up in a series of gilded cages, so he just doesn't know any better.
Yeah. I thought that was really good. Just Mev just kept fucking going with the burns.
Yeah, she did not hold back.
Like, she slaughtered him by the end of it, and then all of a sudden, alright, we're good.
Yeah, because like Aki did the nice thing, which is he didn't double down and say "fuck you." He said like, "Yes, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'll be better."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that's how the kind of guy is.
Yeah.
Alright, what about you, Tom?
So, I think actually one of my more favorite moments was how the speculation on like what took the missing miners just
Yeah.
escalated.
Ghost bear.
Like your first is like, oh, it might be a bear. Oh, but what if it's a ghost? What if it's a ghost bear?
Yeah.
And obviously,
Oh, no.
even though it's cheating, smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
that was really good.
I'm expecting it at some point. It's gonna be a boss.
I think on my
7
notes,
months.
on my notes, I did call this session "Ghosts and Bears and Porn." Oh my!
I don't think I can say that as the title.
In my notes, then.
Yeah.